Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. It's time!
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wrestling with Toxicity. I am your host, Super Beard Vince Hoover, joined as always by Super Bro, the Booker, Jason Hoover, and the Ginger Ninja, Jaxbo, down below. Welcome to our podcast. Here it is, Tuesday, March 21st. We are approaching rapidly to WrestleMania. There is a lot of noise in the background. I don't know what happened, Jason. The noise went back up in your background for some reason, and I don't know why. So that I can hear the TV and everything going on. But it's fine. It is what it is. You might want to figure out some. There's a couple like noise gate filters or stuff you can put on your audio, but it's all good. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast, Wrestling with Toxicity.
Drink up.
Matt Ward, welcome to the chat. Already redeeming a hydrate, so we will hydrate. But yeah, before we get started. Oh, hold on. The chat is super small. Why is it so small?
I don't know. What's going on, Matt Ward? How are you doing today, buddy? So, the Booker, did you happen to catch Raw last night?
Most of it.
Oh, did you catch the Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns promo segment?
Well, before we get into that, which we will get into. We will. We have to talk about the sponsor of the network. I'm alright just watching my buddy creating me in 2K23. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a new sponsor this week for the TGN networks. It is Star Trek Fleet Command. Star Trek Fleet Command is an open-world MMO right for your phone where you get to join the Star Trek universe with all your favorite characters and whatnot. Construct fleets of your favorite ships, recruit legendary officers to crew them, and pursue your goals of expanding territory, exterminating rivals, exploiting resources, and exploring strange new worlds. Join the final frontier by joining Star Trek Fleet Command, which now has the Borgs again. The Borgs are back. It's not 1 star, it's exclamation point star. You forgot to hold down shift, sir. Exclamation point
It's
star
cool.
gets you the
AJ
link.
Hoover got it for him.
Thank you, AJ. Appreciate that. Which, by the way, welcome to the show, AJ.
Welcome.
The Borg are back in new missions inspired by their iconic appearance in Star Trek Next Generation. Join fan favorite Hugh the Borg and help him stop a scientist's quest for revenge against the Collective. Save an eager Pakled from himself as he tries to get the Borg to assimilate him on purpose. Prevent the Borg from assimilating the technology behind your AI assistant, Maya. You also now can do Fleet Commanders. It's a new feature for Star Trek Fleet Command, allowing players to assign well-known Star Trek heroes and villains to oversee strategies from their star bases for increased power and effectiveness in the game. Fleet Commanders launches with 3 choices: Admiral James T. Kirk, Captain Spock, or Locutus of the Borg. Build the command center, a new starbase location from which to manage your Fleet Commanders. So, if you do that, AJ Hoover has gotten to level 5 and a second ship. Thank you so much for that. If you do that for us, we're looking for 18 players to get to level 10. You got to get to level 5, get a second ship, and then get to level 10. That's your operations center. It's the core of your starbase. From your starbase, there's a main building in the middle of it. That's your operations center. You get that to level 10. That's exactly what we need. It's a very fun game to play. Again, it's very open world, and if you're a Star Trek fan, you're going to see a lot of familiar faces. Right now, we're sitting at 6 people to reach level 5, 5 people to get their second ship, and 1 person has already reached level 10. That would be me.
Yeah, you might have reached level 10, but I reached level 5 first, sir. I was the first level 5.
You were playing it while I was doing a show, sir.
You didn't tell me when I...
And by the way, technically, I've gotten to level 5 twice because we did a 2-hour gameplay last night so people could see how to do it. And I did a nice fun tutorial for 2.5 hours. And in that 2.5 hours, I got to level 5 and a second ship on a second account. Now, of course, that doesn't go towards our goal. That was just to show people how to do it and how easy it is and how fun it can be.
Yeah.
But, ladies and gentlemen, that is our new sponsor. So make sure you check that out. We have until next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern to get it done. So get on it, join our alliance, Geeks and Noobs, and get to it. Now, that being said,
Whatever else they say.
we have a big topic to talk about before we get into the amazing Cody Rhodes promo we got. Not exactly. I ended up having to actually create a second version of Geeks and Noobs Alliance. So there's 2 Geeks and Noobs Alliances now. So pick one. It's fine. Either one. I'm in both. So.
Works.
Yeah. So before we get into that amazing Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns segment at the end of Monday Night Raw, which, again, just to reiterate, it's every single week a master class in how to do promos. Bree, how's it going? Welcome to the show. It is a master class in how to do promos. Cody Rhodes is at the literal top of his game. He's also giving banger after banger matches. So it's not like he's really good at one and okay at the other. He's really good at both. So he's really proven he is a top guy. So good for him. We'll get more into that a little bit later. But the topic we want to talk about is there's an issue. There's a major issue. Hold on, sorry.
Does anyone ever remember how big Kane was? Like, he was a jack son of a bitch there for a while.
Kane? What are you watching,
Kane.
sir?
No
We're in the
Way
middle.
Out 2001.
We're in the middle of a show, and this man's off watching other stuff.
Listen, I'm just filling air while you hit work on stuff, sir. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, that's why you were watching it, just in case there was dead air. That's why.
It's exactly why. See, I'm
Yeah.
so glad we connect on this level and you understand my thought process, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will not tolerate liars on here. But speaking
I
of
always
the scum
have
of
something wrestling going on in the background. Damn it!
speaking of the scum of the earth, it's a
Not
great
talking about
segue. Well
MJF.
done, sir. Well done, segue. There is this group of fans, and I'm using that term loosely. The quotes are very hard. Fans that have
Hold on, I don't
decided
even know if I'd call some of them fans. Some of them
They're
are
not.
just
No.
assholes.
they claim to be fans, which is why I'm using the term. But again, I'm using it incredibly loosely, and I'm using very strong air quotes. That have decided that it's okay to start bombarding superstars at the airport again and at restaurants with literally hundreds of things to sign. And then they get pissed when the wrestler's like, I just want to get to my plane. I don't want to be bothered. I'm not going to sign all 100 of your Funko Pops that you brought on a board. And, we saw this with Rey Mysterio where they tried to shame him. They tried to say he was lying about this policy that WWE doesn't allow them to sign a bunch of items at the airport. I wouldn't doubt that's an actual policy because it's for the safety of their wrestlers.
Yeah, like if you could go to I'm not going to argue it's in their policy because just like anything else, they got to protect their assets. If you let these guys go out and sign any Tom, Dick, and Harry thing they see at a fucking airport,
Dad had, how's it going?
What's going to make those fans want to pay to go to the meet and greets?
Exactly.
I totally understand. But if you want, listen, I have autographs. 90% of my autographs have come from Pro Wrestling Tee Crates or the actual Pro Wrestling Tee store.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never, it's just they've signed a mass of them. But the autographs I do have are at conventions. I'm a fan of conventions. That's how these guys make money.
Well, I gave the example last night, and I know, Jason, you have a ton of stories about this kind of stuff, so we'll get into that in a second.
Yeah.
I gave the example last night. We were in the San Antonio airport the Monday after the Royal Rumble. We happened to see Jay and Jimmy Uso. We very cautiously walked up. We didn't make a big scene out of it. I walked up and said, hey, I just want to say great job at the Rumble on Saturday. You guys really did a good job. Would it be possible to get a picture? Jay was like, listen, in all due respect, I don't really feel good. If you don't mind, I'm like, hey, not a problem. We dabbed up, and I said, once again, good job. Thank you for entertaining us, and we walked away.
Stop trying to sound young. We dabbed up.
We did. That's what it is. It's called a
little pump, little fist pump.
Yeah, it's called a dab
Let me
up.
try to be all cool. Dabbed up.
I'm sorry you weren't around in the 80s long enough to know what a dab is.
Oh, I know what a dab is. And it ain't got shit to do with dabbing somebody. It's
See,
got
but
enough to do with
you knew what I meant because you said
dabbing.
it because you said it had nothing to do with dabbing somebody. So you knew what I was talking about, and you're trying to turn it into a drug reference, sir. I am on to you.
It is a medical reference here in Florida, sir.
Depending on who you ask.
Yes.
But then you got people like we had the Rhea Ripley situation. Rhea Ripley has now had to come out and say, I'm not signing anything unless it's a photo of you and me together. Liv Morgan got the same thing. Seth Rollins had a thing like a year or two ago with this happening. And there are thousands upon thousands of stories. What do you think about PLE being on Saturday? I love the fact that they're on Saturdays now. Because you can watch it, stay up late, and then you don't have to worry about work on Monday because you got all Sunday to recover. So I do love that. But the fact that people like airports are one of those places. As you know, every kid can be respectful. Absolutely, everybody can be respectful. Yeah, even a kid can be. I read that wrong. Even a kid can be respectful. Yeah, it's exactly.
Yep.
The fact is, the airport is not a fun place. Period. It's just not a place where anybody's in a good mood. It's hard to be in a good mood after you go through the long ass line of TSA, having to strip halfway down, getting all your stuff out of your luggage and repacking everything, and then you got to spend $900 just to get a goddamn coffee and a bagel. Like it's never comfortable chairs. It's never a fun time. But these people are coming off like the Rhea Ripley situation. If you look at the picture, she's literally trying to come off the plane. She's still leaving the plane. And she is bombarded by people. And you can tell.
People have gone out of their ways to buy boarding passes for flights they're not going to take just to get these kids. It's ridiculous. No, I'm not like.
Yep.
I'm explaining this is what you have to do to be able to get them as they're coming off the plane is you bought a ticket to a flight you're not going to take to go through TSA to bug the shit out of someone.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Right. I mean, look how many people that affects right there. You've probably taken a seat from someone who really needed to get that seat. Not to mention you are disturbing someone who just got off a plane, which is not the most comfortable situation also.
Especially since most superstars fly like Frontier or Spirit because they're trying to save money and they don't fly business class. So they're flying in some like they're even Rhea is not small. She's 5'7" and jacked. That seat is not comfortable for her.
She's only
so
5'7"?
she just got. She's 5'7" without her shoes on. Yeah. She's like 5'9" in most of the shoes she wears.
I don't know how tall she is.
But it's not comfortable.
Still.
And then to be bombarded like that, coming off the plane, and so this is the reason why a lot of people get like, "Hey, I'm sorry, you're getting bumped from this flight because we overbooked it." Airports, and they've been doing this for decades because so many people do this for celebrities, where they will buy boarding passes solely to get back there to try to get somebody before they get out of. Because once you get past the TSA section on your way out of the airport, you're pretty much jumping and gone. So,
and can I say something to add on to this?
Yeah.
As an avid collector, and Vince, you know this, you know I have spent over the years a decent amount of money on my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, no autograph you're going to get from Rhea Ripley is going to make you, on a Funko Pop, is going to make your money back on that plane ticket you just bought, that boarding pass. You're not going to make your money back on that shit, right? Because let me tell you here, I'm an avid collector. I've got thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And I'll show Beard my shed when he gets here. Just full of wrestling memorabilia. Like, I got a Money in the Bank suitcase in the other room for no fucking apparent reason. I just have it. You're not going to make your money back. Stop wasting your money. Go to these meet and greets. Listen, I got a James Storm. I paid James Storm $40 to autograph something for me. It's a hell of a lot cheaper than buying a boarding pass.
No shit. So AJ said that Google says Rhea's 5'9". Yeah, on Google, it's going to have the wrestlers like their work height. I met Rhea Ripley and she was wearing flip flops and she's just a tad shorter than me, and I'm 5'8" on my best day, so I know she's actually 5'7". Mama Jackson has a good question. As public figures, you don't think they should, with boundaries, greet and accept the public? Absolutely. with boundaries is the key thing. And bombarding somebody at the airport, especially by buying boarding passes and then trying to get them to sign 50 to 60 Funko Pops because you brought a garbage bag full of stuff, not even knowing who the person is. You're just, they're celebrity, where they're, like, tracking their flights, tracking where they're going to be at restaurants. Yeah, it's borderline stalking. And it's not healthy. So I think within boundaries, yes, they should greet and accept the public. That is part of being a celebrity. There are certain caveats to being a celebrity, and that's one of them.
To me, the boundaries is, as a wrestling fan, meet and greets, conventions, access. Mm-hmm. We had the chance to meet Cody Rhodes in San Antonio. Was it a little bit of an expensive Cody Rhodes? And I crunched the numbers.
$200
in the long run.
Yeah, $200.
It's still in the long run. Wouldn't have made any money back on an autograph you're getting from this man unless he's signing a belt that has 600 other signatures on it.
Yeah,
but that's my boundary. It's like I'd much rather go up in a meet and greet and meet him because I used to visit. My father lives in this very small town called Fort Payne, Alabama. There's a country group by the name of Alabama that they are from there. They still to this day live there. And those guys walk through Walmart like they're normal people because everyone in that small town knows.
They just respect them. They're just like, okay, this is not the time. Yeah, there are times when like if you're walking around, like I'll use New York City because I think it's a great example because I actually had this kind of happen. I met Stitches from UFC. He's the cut doctor. He's the most famous one.
Yeah.
I met him on the street, took a quick picture with him, and was on my way.
Yep.
That was it. But there's other celebrities like Paul Rudd was walking around. Jeremy Renner, before his unfortunate accident, would walk around New York City. Like a lot of them live there and they walk around. It's where they live and they walk around the city because everybody walks around New York City. Most of the time they get away with it because they do the MCU disguise of a baseball cap and a hoodie and nobody notices them. But if they get spotted, they'll take a picture, they'll make it quick, they'll go. Another great example is I was at New York City Comic-Con, the last one I went to. I ran into Matt Cardona in the crowd. He was walking around. I said, Matt, I apologize. Can I get a quick picture? He's like, I don't normally do this because I don't like to draw crowds, but if we do it real quick, we did it real quick. And he's like, well, where were you? Like, I was like, I'm sorry. I got stuck doing interviews. I was supposed to interview you guys, but I got double booked and my editor made me take the other interview. He's like, all right, cool. Let's take a picture real quick. I wasn't asking for an autograph. I wasn't asking for an autograph or anything like that.
Fair share of people like that.
Yeah. And he also made a great point, and I heard him talking to he was with Hawkins was with him, and Hawkins had already Hawkins had already walked several booths ahead before I stopped Matt, but then he had walked back as I was walking away, and I heard him say, "Yeah, I don't normally do that," but he was really cordial and respectful, so I went. I heard him tell him that. And I understand why he doesn't normally do that because once one person takes a selfie, if they do it like a big, like they make a big deal out of it, like arms stretched way out, try to get like a big thing out of it. We were real sly. We did actually I had the phone kind of down a little bit. We were real sly about it. Boom. Once you make a big deal out of it, the crowd comes around. So I get it. They were there looking for toys. He had done his interview portion, what he was there required to do. They were there then looking for toys. They wanted to find more toys because that's what they do because they're fans.
Yeah.
Jake Roberts charges $100 an autograph. That's not. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
You can see, and I
for
don't
him.
like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for Jake Roberts, hands down. When Kurt Angle's charging at River City WrestleCon, his package deal, which is like 2 figures, a belt. There's certain stuff he won't sign. But like Kurt's pretty open to signing anything, pretty much. But his is like $150.
Yeah.
That's an Olympic gold medal.
But don't you also get a photo with him?
Yeah, you get a photo with him. Also.
Yeah.
$150.
So
you get a photo. You're getting a couple things signed. That is the correct way to do it. That's when those guys, because you're catching them. One, when you see them at conventions, learn their gimmick. People like Angle are kayfabing you. People like Danhausen. Effie stays in gimmick. Like that's when someone like me would want to meet them, is when they're in their gimmick.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet I don't want to meet Rey Mysterio. No, I want to meet masked up, in gimmick Rey Mysterio. I don't. If he ain't got his mask on, other than we already know what he looks like without his face because of WCW, that's a whole long story.
Mm-hmm.
It was bullshit.
Agreed.
But I'd rather see them in a convention setting in gimmick. That's what they're there to do. Because no offense, I don't want people bugging me when I'm trying to stream or something. I don't want people bugging me. It happens. I don't want it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen to these people. And is it just it comes with the business? It does not come with the business. Listen, if you're a mechanic, do you want someone at Publix asking you about their car?
Well, it'd be one thing to ask about the car. It's a whole other thing if you're a mechanic and this guy brings the engine into Publix and says, "Fix this."
Say, we fix it. And just chases you around throughout Publix, asking you. To
I've got
fix his
five
engine.
other. I've got 5 other engines outside. Can you fix those as well? I love your work. What's your name again? I love your work. What's your name again?
Yes, Tony DeVille had stalkers. Thank you, two dudes.
Yeah, let's not forget.
Going on?
How's it going, two dudes with attitudes? Let's not forget Sonya Deville had a home invasion from a stalker. What these fans are doing is borderline stalking. Absolutely, yes. And again,
didn't
fans
she just get arrested for like? She's got her license and everything. Like,
she just didn't have. She didn't have the cross state paperwork, which I'm sure that was probably already. I'm sure it's already been thrown out.
I saw
but
that and I was like,
she's forced to carry. She's forced to carry everywhere she goes now because she's scared of stalkers. Because somebody broke into her house with a knife, was going to kill her. Like, I get that part of being a celebrity is you do have to deal with fan interactions. But, like, we see it with the paparazzi where they literally, like, storm people. They've damn near tipped over people's cars, like, trying to get pictures of them. And the paparazzi, they don't care about the celebrity that's not their favorite celebrity. They just want the paycheck of the picture. It's the same with these people in his airport.
Cruise's or Tom Hanks's wife.
Yeah. Like they even do the thing where, like those people at the airports that wanted Ray to sign literally a trash bag full of stuff. It's so they can go to eBay and put it all on there and sell it. Like, that's all they're doing. It's about making money. It's not about – it's so, like, yes, fans – yes, they should greet and accept the public to an extent. I agree with that. But to people who are legitimate fans, not to people who are scalpers or people who are just trying to make a buck off of them and don't even know who they are or watch what they do. Like, that is definitely crossing. And then the people who are, like, literally tracking their flights, tracking where they're eating, all that stuff is terrible. Like Sunday, I saw Trey Miguel at an indie show I went to, but no one caused a scene. He walked up to concessions and got food like a normal person watching the show. He blended in with everyone. Yes, because Trey Miguel was there for somebody else's retirement match. A friend of his was having a retirement match. He was there for that. So going up and bothering him would have been the worst thing to do because he wasn't there as a celebrity. He was there as a fan.
Here's one for you.
Yep.
How much I'll throw it out there. It was my boarding pass is about $100 and whatever bucks altogether.
Yeah.
A Rhea Ripley autograph on a playing card is only $44, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Save you some money. eBay that sucker. It comes authenticated.
But the reason they see the boarding pass as an investment because they bring in literal suitcases worth of stuff through TSA. Like, if you look at the picture that Rhea Ripley's being bombarded, 3 of the guys have binders full of pictures for her to sign. 2 of the guys had garbage bags full of, like, Funko Pops and stuff for her to sign. And it's insane. So they're thinking that,
really is.
Yeah, it's $44 a playing card autograph. So let's say $50 an autograph. I paid $200 for this boarding pass. But if I get her to sign 10 things at $50, that's $500. I've more than doubled my money back on the boarding pass, and I'm making a profit. That's how they look at it. They justify it like a business expense.
Well, it's
that's all
the dumbest
really is.
business expense.
It's business.
Yeah. Oh, I
It's
agree
an
1,000%.
investment.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
That's like, here's one for you. We saw Hernandez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Walked right by Hernandez. Hernandez was now in a setting where he knew people were going to come up and talk to him.
It was at the wrestling shop.
Yeah, but you'd be very shocked on how many, because we were actual wrestling fans. Everyone in the shop was just like, "Oh, hey, what's going on, man?" And went on about doing their thing.
Yeah, nobody asked for pictures. Right. Nobody asked for autographs. They just some people shook his hand. Most people just said hi, and that was it. And he was there because I guess he knows the owner of the shop, and I guess he knows some of the
Yeah,
wrestlers.
he
'cause
does
they
a
were
lot of stuff with them.
They were doing an
But-
indie. They were doing an indie show there, like
I
an
have to
hour
admit,
up there.
and I'll let y'all both roast me. I did mark out at the mall for MLJ Emerald from GCW. I probably could have kept my composure a little bit more.
Okay,
Well, the
But-
thing,
hold on.
I
Fuck
actually
y'all, I
know
got
that
to do big
situation.
game
I
here.
actually know that situation. I know that situation. Let me explain it from the outside looking in. You were giddy because of who it was.
Yeah.
You handled it correctly. You heard the voice. You kind of had that moment of you had that freak out moment.
I waited
then
for
you're
him
like-
to wait for him to shake my hand.
Yeah, you like, oh, can I shake your hand? He's like, hey, look, I just have one favor. You didn't ask for an autograph. You didn't ask, for 1,000 pictures. You said, hey, can you just say, you don't have to say the whole thing. You literally said, you don't have to say the whole thing. Can you just say Nick fucking Gage? And then he's like, he got so excited because he's a fan and he loved what he does. He did the whole thing for you.
It was awesome.
Now, if Rhea Ripley, if somebody had walked up to her at the airport, say they happen to get off a plane next to hers at the same time, they see her behind the thing,
shocked.
they're like, "Oh my God, you're Rhea Ripley." It's like, hey, and they very kindly, hey, I'm so sorry to bother you. I just want to say I'm a really big fan. Can I get a quick picture? I'm sure she would have had no problem with that whatsoever, none. But the fact that there was literally a group of men, at least a dozen men, waiting for her to get off that plane, with just oodles and oodles of stuff for her to sign, to the point they had her blocked where she couldn't walk past them. That's also scary for a woman. I don't care how big you are and how ripped you are.
Yeah.
When you have over a dozen men blocking your way and not letting you pass, that's scary as fuck. That's scary for a man. For a woman, that's 1,000 times scarier. So it's a problem.
Did you guys ever get a chance to watch the Makeupless interview with Rhea and Dana and them and stuff like that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
If you guys get a chance, I suggest going to watch it and stuff like that. It is actually a very deep interview and stuff like that. Now, we're autograph hunt. Our father's an autograph hunter. He would be polite. He would send out letters to people and ask. He wouldn't demand anything. He would send cards, could you please, and stuff like that. And he would get rejected in the mail, yeah, and stuff like that. But he's the one who taught us. These are normal people who are superstars because of what they can do. But they're still normal, everyday people. They deserve respect just like you're looking for respect for your life. They deserve to be treated like a human being.
He was there as a judge too for a match they had as a special guest. But anyone that knows me knows I'm definitely not the person that will go up to somebody like that, wrestler, not LOL. Yeah, Bree, we know. But here's the thing about that, and we got a comment in the YouTube. Bo Jackson once told me he wished he could just go to Walmart. Most want to be normal. Exactly. Here's the thing. It's one thing when you're an actor and you choose to be an actor. You're choosing celebrity. Nobody becomes an actor in Hollywood because they love the craft. Yes, they love the craft, but they do it to be famous. That being said, wrestlers, athletes, they do it because they're good at what they do and they have a talent for it. Is part of wrestling about being a celebrity? Yes, there is a celebrity aspect to being a wrestler. There's about standing in front of that crowd and getting that pop, and there's an addiction to that. But they're not doing it to be a celebrity. They're doing it for the crowd in the arena. That's what they want. They're wanting to get recognized by the crowd in the arena. They're not looking to be celebrities. They're not looking to be famous everywhere. They just want to be normal people. And the athletes even more. Athletes just want to play their sport and go about their day. But to be sitting there and bombarding these people, and again, yes, there is, going all the way back to Mama Jax's point, yes, there is.
Yes, the one who just proved my point and interrupted me. But she told me I have to tell you my interaction with some local celebrities, actually world-renowned celebrities, when I was 16.
Okay, go ahead.
And I did it correctly. Well, half of it was because, one, I knew who they were, and I actually never said anything to them. But at 16, there was a Super Bowl. Remember the Super Bowl was in Jacksonville?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So that was the Super Bowl was actually on my 16th birthday, which was kind
Oh.
of cool. So we went down. I got to do the experience and stuff. I had an uncle work for an advertisement agency, so we were able to get to do the experience. I'm walking along with these guys. We're just strutting our stuff, and people are over there looking at us like, "Hey!" I'm like, "Ah." I'm 16. I don't know any difference. My mom's, get away from them hippies. Get away from the hippie guys. I was like, what? She goes, get away from the hippies. I was like, Mom, that was Leonard Skinner. I'm just strutting my stuff right behind Leonard Skinner like nothing was wrong. They looked back at me, were like, hey. I was like, hey.
Well,
But I
yeah,
never once asked for anything.
exactly. Like Jason and I used to go to hockey games with the Tampa Bay Lightning when they came here. Our dad had a connection with one of the assistant coaches, so we used to go. We got to hang out. They used to have a tent. It was a post game tent where the guys would go eat and hang out before leaving. We used to go hang out with the players. They knew who we were, but we also, when we started doing it, we used to hang out back by their, there was a section that these guys knew, and these guys were aware. There was a section where people would have cards and get autographs. It was on the back side of the arena before the parking lot. And if a guy didn't want to sign autographs that day, maybe he had a bad game or was just not feeling great, they had a separate exit. They could go and get to their cars without being bombarded. Nobody went over that exit. We all knew it existed, and we would keep an eye on it.
Oh, hey, unspoken exit.
Oh, hey, this player, he's leaving that exit. We're not getting that autograph today. That's how we looked at it. It wasn't like, oh, there he is. Let's go run over there because he's using the "don't bother me" exit. So we knew not to go to that exit.
That's like my mom worked for. When she used to go to the office, that's Acosta Sales and Marketing, but they work real close with the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is every big company in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So my mom one day is at work. She's downstairs and they're having a luncheon. My mom has now become friends with Tony Baselli.
Okay.
They were just eating lunch together, like it was nothing wrong. And that's I've learned because I've gotten to meet people like that through my uncle. They're just normal people, man. Like, I'm gonna chase a McDonald's employee down one day and bug the shit out of him, see if he likes it.
Well, it's I want to not that I ever think anybody should ever go through it, but I kind of want I feel like there's a special place in hell for people like this where they get down there, they will just be constantly bombarded and harassed.
I hope their pillow. I hope when they go to sleep at night, their pillow's hot on both sides.
I agree. It just shows the level of people, and the fact that people we forget what humanity is, I guess, and people are like, oh, they're objects to me. They're not a person, and these people should not lose their humanity just because they're on TV. Just because they play a larger-than-life character does not mean they are not humans. And they should just be accepted as humans and treated as such. And if you don't want people kicking your door down and bothering you while you're eating, then don't do it to them. I especially hate,
and I know the key word there is their play.
Yeah, there are celebrities who will flat out tell you, "Hey, I don't mind if you bother me at dinner. Come up and say hi, get an autograph." They're the exceptions to the rule, and if you don't hear that out of their mouth, don't bother them when they're eating. Don't bother them at an airport.
Yes.
If you want to go up to them and say, hey, great job, maybe ask for a quick picture, that's one thing. But to just sit there and harass them and try to get them to sign, and then be rude as shit when they refuse to sign the 25, 30 items you have for them to sign, who do you think you are? That is some of the most toxic shit I have ever heard. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's so Karen. Who do you think you are? It's oh, the customer's always right. The full saying, the customer is always right in their choice of product. So you as a cashier are not supposed to tell somebody, ooh, that's an ugly dress. It's not that the customer's always right that they get to do whatever they want. AEW's BBB. Could a beard be considered a bib? I know mine is.
I love catching stuff in my bib.
Yeah.
Snack on it for later.
But yeah, I don't understand, like, there's this weird disconnect where these people, like, they don't think celebrities are humans, and in turn they lose their own humanity because they become the sludge of the earth.
Yes.
They become the worst people, and it's ridiculous. New drinking game. Every time I can get Bo to get up, take a drink. Oh, I don't drink, and I will be drunk.
Yeah. Because she knows that they're trying to get my attention. That's the only.
But yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand it at all. Like,
it's almost like as soon as somebody becomes a celebrity in something or another, it's like they become
the best kind of
these
popcorn.
people's personal object.
Yeah. They owe you nothing.
No. Nobody owes anybody anything.
You know what they owe me is personal. They do owe me something. They owe me the chance to be a normal human being. And I like to think I give them that chance.
Yeah. I just, like, I don't understand the entitlement these people have. There's a true the sheer audacity that these people have to just, like, the guy who made the video about Rey Mysterio that went viral on TikTok never watches wrestling. Like, openly admits to never watching wrestling.
Fans doing this shit.
Exactly. That's why I said that's why I did that with fans.
Yeah.
That's like I'll put it this way. My mom, when she came in the mess with me, did tell me a story that when she went over to India, it got to the point. Now my mom's just a normal person, but over in India, she's different.
Yeah.
By the third day, my mom would call and she's like, "I'm not leaving my hotel room. I'm tired of being asked to have my picture taken. I'm tired of being asked to have pictures taken with me. I'm tired of people sneaking pictures and staring at me." And that's a normal person just over in a different country.
Yeah, it's just because she happened to be, she was white.
Yeah. Imagine how these wrestlers feel just trying to get home to their significant other or to their family, and you're bombarding the shit out of them.
Yeah. Mr. Beast tells a very funny story in an interview where he went over to India, and, you know, this guy comes running up to him, like, jumps out of a moving vehicle to run up to him to take a picture with him. And he's like, oh, he's thinking he's Mr. Beast. He's the biggest YouTuber in the world. This guy wants to take a picture of Mr. Beast. So he was actually flattered. He's like, yeah, of course I'll take a picture with you. And as soon as the picture was done, the guy goes, oh, man, thank you. I've never seen a tall white man before. Had no idea who he was. But it was just that weird experience.
Yeah.
But I almost want to send all these people over to India to let them experience what it's like.
Yeah.
And like, let you maybe get at least a taste of the experience, like Mama Jax went through, where she's like, I'm not leaving my hotel room anymore. I'm tired of this. There's no reason that a person who's famous shouldn't be able to live a normal life. Yes, they are a public figure. I get that. But they should still be able to live a normal life. Some caveats is yes, people ask for pictures, people ask for autographs. I get it. But let's not treat them like they're pieces of meat. Let's not treat them like they're objects that are meant solely for our entertainment and don't get to have their own choice, their own life. TMZ is a big part of it. TMZ has sensationalized the paparazzi and sensationalized the chasing of celebrities. And that's disgusting. And the fact that a former wrestler in Mojo Rawley went to work for them blows my fucking mind. Unless he thought he could be the agent of change. I don't know. But his friends, Liv Morgan being one of them, who has also had a huge issue with this, which is why her face is also in the thumbnail. One of his best friends in Liv Morgan was harassed to the point where she was scared by these people. And yet he's a part of the problem now. And that's crazy to me. And it just... It's I don't
understand why people feel so entitled that they need
like
this.
I know we live in a new world where everything is online, and anybody can start their own business now, and you can do this kind of thing. eBay shops are plenty. Etsy shops aplenty, Pinterest aplenty. Like, there's so many things. Shopify is huge. You can make your own shop, your own website. You can sell your own merch that you find. Like, but
we sell my own merch.
we do sell merch. Speaking of which, that merch thing just popped up on the screen. If you want to get some merch, get it. There's a new TGN Brothers shirt up on the merch store of a Tommy and Ginger in the Step Brothers pose. But the reality is, like, I wouldn't trust buying autographs from those guys either. Even with them getting a picture of themselves at an airport getting the autograph, it's not certified. What is something we talk about with all the autographs that we talk about, Ginger? They're certified.
Oh, me?
They have the certificate of authentication.
I don't physically see them do it.
Yeah.
It has to be certified.
Yeah.
I won't buy if it's not certified. I won't buy a secondhand autograph if it's not been certified.
Yeah, and yet all these people are trying to get secondhand autographs, basically.
Key being pro wrestling tees, like I said, a lot of mine have come from that because they're certified.
I mean, they would be better off. They would be better off sitting at home and learning how to forge the signatures and just forging them themselves than paying them to then harass somebody. Because here's the thing: they're going to harass the wrong person one day.
Oh yeah, hands down.
They're going to harass Brock Lesnar, or they're going to harass Braun Strowman, or they're going to harass somebody who can knock them the fuck out, and it's going to happen. And guess who doesn't care? Brock Lesnar will knock you the fuck out.
Yes.
That's just a sign of a paper check for him. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah. He'll pay that fine.
Imagine if Buddy Murphy would have been there.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't have happened. And he's pissed, by the way. Yeah. Like, have you seen his response to it? He is pissed, and I don't blame him.
Do not blame him.
Like, but even then, like, Seth Rollins gets bombarded. Rey Mysterio gets, like, it isn't just the women that get bombarded, but the women get put in a position where, like I said, a dozen men were stopping her from leaving her fucking plane.
It's uncomfortable.
That's terrible. Yeah. That's fucking terrifying. And it's awful.
Borderline kidnapping. That is borderline kidnapping.
Yeah, it's awful. And to put them through that is insane. And I don't think any celebrity, much less wrestlers or athletes, should have to go through that. Because like I said, celebrities, actors in Hollywood, the main reason you go to Hollywood is to be famous. Wrestlers do it because they love the sport. Yeah, we had a fan that attacked us.
That's another thing that bugs me. Is people trying to jump the guardrails. That bugs the shit out of me. Yeah.
Unlawful detainment. Yes, thank you, Mama Jax. I think WWE is going to be forced to provide private security. They're not going to. They don't even. They still have to pay for their own flights. They still have to pay for their own travel. Yes, they get a per diem, but that's why Kevin Owens flies Frontier. By the way, when I went to the Royal Rumble in St. Louis, I flew. It was Spirit. I flew Spirit Airlines. Kevin Owens was on my flight to St. Louis. I didn't even bother. He looked like he didn't want to be bothered. So guess what? Nobody fucking bothered him. And guess what?
Look like he wants to be bothered
ever. Well, guess what? I didn't bother him. He sat away from. He didn't sit with the people. He went and sat in the alleyway of the terminal. You know the Orlando airport, Jax. Yeah. You know how they have alleyways between the terminals?
Yeah.
He sat there. He sat in the window of the alleyway. So he didn't want to be bothered. Had he sat with that's why I felt comfortable going up to talk to Jay and Jimmy, is because they were sitting with other people. So I was like, okay, had they been off to the side, I would have known right then and there, oh, they definitely don't want to be bothered. On my flight back, Shotzi was on my return flight home. But guess what? Shotzi didn't get bothered either, because you want to know why? She was with her boyfriend. So everybody, all the men,
another one off the list. Jesus.
Well, I don't know if they're still together, Jax. You never know.
Okay, never mind. Put her back on.
They're not married, Jax.
No, yeah. The fact is I saw people at the airport go, oh my God, it's shot. Like, there was these drunk guys, and they were going to go talk to her. And then this rather large man walked up and put his arm around her, and they turned the fuck around and walked away. Granted, he was large. They were larger, and there was 3 of them, and they still got scared because they felt they could take advantage of a woman. But when a man was there, they backed the fuck. Even drunk, they're like, oh, we're done, you know. And that's the thing,
Yep.
Rhea is intimidating in person. Again, I've met her. She's intimidating because she's jacked. But it's not enough for these creepy men. By the way, if you look at that picture, it is just a wall of basement dwelling incels that have probably never touched a woman in real life. And if you want to call me I'm stereotyping people, I am, because God damn it, they didn't all look like it. Every single one of them. And they ranged from like mid-20s to late 60s in age, and all of them looked like they had never touched a woman before. All of them looked like they had lived in a basement. They didn't know what the sun was. They didn't know what anything besides McDonald's was for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't think they knew what a shower was either.
One time.
But you shower.
Bar scene too, yeah.
But you also shower. They look like they didn't know what a shower was. So it was pretty crazy.
Yes, AJ Hoover.
Is the U.S. title possibly? I would say, yeah, the women's tag title and the U.S. title are the only ones not changing hands. Although we have heard a compelling story for John Cena winning, but I also think that hurts Austin Theory more. I think he needs to get the rub of the win of. He can now say, "I beat John Cena at WrestleMania." Just like look at the Miz. Like the Miz ran that tailcoat for years.
Yeah,
he still brings it up. So yeah, I think that
we've got 15 minutes. We got 15 minutes till NXT. I have met Eddie Guerrero. I met Eddie Guerrero a month before he passed away at a Chuck E. Cheese. I did the polite thing. I said, "Thank you very much for entertaining us. Can I get a handshake, please?" He gave me the handshake, and I said, "Good luck on your future matches," and walked away. I was working at Busch Gardens. I met Mick Foley. I was extremely tempted to rip out a piece of paper and get his signature and stuff like that. He was being bombarded by people the entire time, and I just kept people in line, stuff like that. Said, "Mr. Foley, right this way if you'd like to get, And we had while he was watching his kids play in Land of the Dragons, we had a small conversation. Never brought up wrestling. I talked about kids, stuff like that, and he said, "Thank you." I said, "No problem, Mr. Foley. If you treat them with respect, they'll treat you with respect." It's like normal human beings. They are.
Yeah.
I met the drummer of Red Jumpsuit Apparatus at a gas station one time. He just happened to be pumping gas next to me, looked over, was like, "It's fucking cold." I went, "Yeah, it is." And I said, I did look at him, I was like, "Oh, shit." He's like, "Yep." I was like, "All right, cool."
So I met Five Finger Death Punch at the Mayhem Festival on my 27th birthday. We were at the festival. We were in the VIP lounge. So this is a place they're obviously expecting that if they see fans, they're going to get bombarded, right? Like it's actually at the concert. We're at the event that they're working. They were back there eating dinner because they had headlined the main stage and they had headlined the side stage, and they were now setting up the main stage. So there was like a half an hour between the two sets. They were sitting down eating dinner. It was Five Finger Death Punch and the drummer from 36 Crazy Fists, which, by the way, I think the drummer from 36 Crazy Fists is one of the most underrated drummers in the world. The guy's amazing.
God, he's so damn good.
He's so good. So I walked up to him just to say, "Hey," this was right when their very first song came out, so this was very new to them. I just walked up and said, "Hey, I just want to say you guys put on one hell of a show. I wanted to thank you." They told me to sit down. "Hey, sit down with us. Sit down." They also spent 20 minutes explaining in the most giddy schoolgirl kind of way of how cool it was that they could fit the Metallica logo on the top part of a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. The white portion, the lid of it, the Metallica logo fit perfectly there. They spent 20 minutes doing that. I walked away. I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot to ask for a picture." So do I go back? Do I go back? And I was like, "All right, let me go back. I'm gonna regret if I don't." I went back and I was like, "Hey, I forgot to ask you. Would it be cool if I took a picture?" And I even jumped up and was like, "Absolutely, let's do it." Because, again, he's in his element. He's in a place where he kind of expects this kind of stuff. Now, had this been, like, at a restaurant, first of all, I wouldn't even have fucking bothered him.
Ivan don't get fucked with when he goes to restaurants because he'll tell you off. He is not a public. He's like, "No, get the fuck away from me."
Exactly. Like, but I wouldn't have even done it. I wouldn't have even had that experience. I would have been like, "Oh, I saw them at the restaurant I happened to be at."
I met Michael Vick at a restaurant, and we didn't ask him. He walked by us and asked us. That's during the Super Bowl weekend.
Huh.
We were at Olive Garden.
Oh, well, that was so you were with your uncle, right?
Yeah, we were all.
Yeah. So
everything.
there was some. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I was about to say,
my uncle.
I was like, Michael Vick is not that. That was before Michael Vick's conviction. Like, he was not,
that was before the dog convention.
Yeah, so he was
there
not.
you go,
He
buddy.
definitely wasn't hurt up for like attention. Like,
Yeah.
he was the most popular quarterback in the league at the time. So
But no, he was sitting. That was also we also in Olive Garden. I wanted to beat the crap out of someone one time. My mom told me I couldn't.
that was a good call, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
She said, "Don't do it." I said, "Okay." I went and enjoyed my free breadsticks and salad. I like the soup and salad.
With 10 minutes left, I think we've beat this dead horse enough.
Yeah, pretty much. We beat the shit out of the scumbags.
Yeah.
Plain and
So
simple, folks. Treat them how you want to be treated, not like an object, because they do not belong to you. They do not owe you anything.
okay, they owe you
are
nothing.
People. They owe you nothing. They are
Oh,
human beings. Just
I pay
like you.
their salary with my ticket sales. No, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't. Shut up. So with the last 10 minutes, we're gonna talk about that Cody Rhodes Roman Reigns segment, because my God, is Cody Rhodes not just the greatest thing in professional wrestling right now?
Master class promos.
Just take every promo he's done since he's gotten back to WWE, and whenever they do the promo classes at NXT, just show those. Like, here is what you do. This is how you do it. Roman Reigns actually had a pretty fire promo. And like I said last night, I don't think he wrote it. I'm pretty sure Paul Heyman wrote it. But he had a pretty fire promo talking about, Cody, you run away. It's what you do. When you were Stardust, you didn't like it, you ran away. You started another company. When you couldn't get over in your own company, you ran away. Even your body runs away from you. Your body gave out. Your little pec tore. You're going to run away when you lose on Monday. You're going to wake up Monday and your decision. And then Cody immediately returns like, here's a scenario for you. You're going to wake up Monday with nothing. You're going to lose those titles you so preciously hold on to. You're then going to lose Jay, who obviously doesn't want to be here and he wants to beat you. And then you're going to lose Jimmy because Jimmy's going to go with Jay because that's his brother. And then you're going to lose Paul Heyman, who's going to return to being an advocate, which was a jab at him going back to Brock Lesnar. He's like, and then you're going to lose Solo. And Solo, I see you staring at me, but I was like you once. I was in the shadow of a champion. And he's talking about the legacy with Randy Orton. Yeah. He goes, I can tell you right now, the same way I was then, you are not ready, son. Like, and I did not do that justice by any stretch of the imagination. What came out of that promo? Like, again, they've never touched more than a handshake. They don't need to ever touch until they lock up at WrestleMania.
Yep.
This is already
shit out of Solo though.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, that match is on Monday. And the thing is, that match is probably going to happen on Monday night.
But what did we also get? What did we also get? We got more dissension in the blood. We got so much story out of it. One, we got the Jimmy and Jay accepting the titles and Roman getting pissed and gaslighting Jay in the back. We got him yelling at Paul Heyman, what is Solo doing? I told him to come along. Why isn't he listening? Like, we're seeing the cracks and everything. The story that is being built is the greatest story. I can't think of a better story in wrestling. In wrestling history. Yes, the Ric Flair Dusty Rhodes story is a classic. Yes, the Macho Man Hulk Hogan, the Mega Powers to the fusion of the Mega Powers. Like, that whole story was great. The Rockers falling apart with the Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty in the barbershop. Like, the Virgil turning on Ted DiBiase. There have been tons of great stories in wrestling. Nothing is touching this Bloodline story. I just can't think of anything that's even close. Ginger, as you stuff your face, can you think of anything? As you got popcorn hanging off your mustache? It fell.
You got it, bro.
No. Not that I can think, like, it's like really stuck with me like this one has.
Yeah, and there's nothing that, like,
I mean,
is.
You look back at WCW and TNA and Impact and all that, so I can't think of anything from there either. You know?
Because even, like you said, like, one of the greatest moments in all of wrestling history is the NWO reveal. Hogan turning and that thing. But that's an in-the-moment thing. That is not... Like, it was kind of long-term storytelling because they were, like, teasing it for a couple weeks that they had a third member. But they didn't even know.
No.
They didn't even know. The Kane debut
Like,
attacking
what did they
Taker.
say?
Yes, the Kane debut is a great storyline, but I don't think it
Yes.
holds up to what the Bloodline thing is doing right now. It just doesn't.
There's just something about this storyline that makes it so cinematic.
Yeah.
It's the best way I can describe it because I want to see a TV series. I want to see a TV series about this story.
It's almost Succession in wrestling. Like it's like
Yeah.
it's just so well done. And I love like Cody saying that, after this moment, my father's name will not be brought up again or I'm going to vomit. I'm so tired of people trying to ride his coattails because he's not the one showing up at WrestleMania. I am. Like,
Yep.
everything that we've talked about, like,
brother-
because people have bitched. Oh, they're bringing up Dusty too much. Boom. Cody got it. He was on it. Like, they've been on this storyline, the Sami Zayn part. Like, I know everybody after Elimination Chamber, how do you not make it a triple threat? How do you not have Sami going after Roman at WrestleMania? Nobody's bringing that up now because they've got the perfect story on the side story. The side story to it is also perfect. Kevin and Sami have finally gotten back together as brothers, and they're going to take on the actual brothers of the Usos. But there's tension there because Jay doesn't want to be in the bloodline. Like, it's like there's so many layers and branches to this story. But
it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
The trunk of that story is solid. So every branch coming off of it holds on its own. Because that trunk is a fucking redwood, man. It just holds.
I hate to do this, but I would love to do this at the same time. This is I don't know who, but this was a Vince era story to start. This whole thing was a Vince era started.
But it was kind of going nowhere until Triple H took over. Because Sami Zayn flat out says it. He goes, I never interacted with Roman Reigns during that entire time I was doing that until Triple H took over. Had it not been for Triple H, I probably never would have interacted, which means we never would have gotten this great story that we got. Yes, we probably still would have gotten Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania. That seemed to be where Vince was taking the story. But it wouldn't have been built this way. I think that...
Would it mean as much?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wouldn't have been built this way because I think what would happen is that even though Cody was being allowed to do his own promos, eventually Vince would have gotten sick of that and would have started like, well, you need to say this, you need to say this, you need to say this. We need to go this direction. And it would have been right back to the Stardust gimmick in a sense of him being controlled. Triple H comes in and boom, he has the freedom to continue to be as good as he really is. And I do think that Cody right now is the greatest professional wrestler in the sport because he is the absolute best on the mic and he puts on 5-star matches every match he has. Every match he's had, 5-star matches. So to me, it's a no-brainer to me to say that he's at the top of his game.
Who's excited for NXT?
I actually am. I mean, they're starting to do the matches for
really good.
Yeah, they're starting to do some of the matches for the title. Yeah.
Yeah.
Women's title. Which didn't they say it was going to be a ladder match?
Yeah.
Which I'm hoping Indy Hartwell's in it. She gets her shot tonight to be in it.
She won't be,
Don't
unfortunately.
you curse my Indy.
I hate it. I want Indy to be in it, but of course Tiffany Stratton is who they're putting a rocket on.
Yeah. Look.
And well deserved, by the way. She's a hell of a worker.
Oh yes.
So it's just that
I'll be honest, I wasn't a huge fan,
but also Indy not being in that match, I think, is a good thing because it's more proof that she's headed to the main roster, where she belongs.
Yeah. Should have been.
She loses tonight. Tiffany Stratton gets in the ladder match. Indy Hartwell after Raw, the Raw after Mania or the SmackDown after Mania can show up on the main roster. Hopefully the Raw, because that's where the Garganos are and where Dexter Lumis is. And I want the way back, but I want a babyface way. Yeah, I want the way back, but as a babyface way. They don't need Austin Theory. You've got the two couples, and that's all you need. You got Indy and Dexter, and you've got our Index, and then you've got Candice and Johnny. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and also, like I said, we kind of got
no Austin means you can have. if there was no Austin Theory, you could have stories where like Austin tries to weasel his way back in if he ever loses the title, but they just keep him out.
I think that would actually set his character way back.
Okay, I can see it.
I could see that would set Austin. What Austin is doing right now is the best thing for him, and him trying to get back into the way would set his character back leaps and bounds. He needs to think, no, I'm too good to be with anybody. I'm on my own. I am the best there is at what I do. That's where he needs to stay.
And lose to Braun Breaker on the Raw after Mania.
Well, I was just about to bring that up because Braun Breaker has now started to do commercials with main roster stars.
I saw that.
He's currently in a stickers commercial with AJ. Like they're sharing a locker room.
Yeah.
Did you see they cleared Roxanne Perez? No, I didn't see that. I figured they'd bring that up in the episode, whether they had or hadn't. If she's cleared,
that changes the whole game.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like they're gonna make it like, well, she's been cleared, so like we, instead of it being for the title, or maybe they still put the title on the line, but she's in the ladder match. But if she's in the ladder match, if she loses, she's main roster bound.
Yeah. I think it's too early for her.
I don't.
Way too early for the main
I don't
roster.
think so. I think she's ready. She proved it on SmackDown. She went on SmackDown and had a 5-star match, and she was younger than the product. The first ever superstar to be younger than the actual show.
Yeah.
And she went out there and acted like she was a 10-year vet. And she went out there and proved herself. And the fact that she has carried that women's division in NXT, I think she's ready for the main roster. But I could also see them looking at her age and being like, oh, she's kind of young. But I would say that I think she's ready. So if they wanted to bring her up, I'm all for it. If they don't, I understand, but I'm all for her. I think she's absolutely ready for the main roster. That match with Miko, oh, that should have been on the main roster. That should have been a pay-per-view match. So good.
It felt like a little piece of me was missing. Because the last time you guys saw me, I was laying face down on that announce table. A lot has changed in 15 months, but one thing that will never change. NXT is my home. And Grayson, you do not screw with a man's home.
Well, NXT is now starting. We're going back with this, looking over the whole Grayson Waller.
They even brought this up on the main roster.
Yeah, they did. I am kind of over the whole home invasion angle, but it made sense here because he does live so close to the Performance Center. Or to the
really
NXT,
does.
to where they film NXT. So, like, in here it made sense, but...
Oh, he threw a fucking trash can at him.
Yeah. By the way, those rakes that the rake he uses, those suck.
Mm-hmm.
They will break.
Yeah.
They're pretty cheap, but they still suck. By the way, their son's adorable.
That sounds like
Yes.
cool baby. John, it's baby wrestling. That's what we call it. We call it
When-
baby wrestling. Baby wrestling.
Tommy hates Pretty Deadly.
I love he's a pretty deadly.
I do too. But Tommy's a great example of a fan. Because he hates them because they're heel, like they do heel stuff, and that's what he doesn't like.
I think they're the best things since sliced bread in NXT.
I think I'm so happy they're here. So happy they're here.
Take a look at Pretty Deadly. They, of course, are the hosts of Stand and Deliver in Los Angeles. A week.
Pretty bad. See, that's a sign you should see. You should see signs like that.
Yeah.
Pretty deadly.
I'm waiting one day for one of our shirts to be in the crowd of an NXT show.
First official act as your hosts of
I do want to get tickets to an NXT. I would like to get tickets to an NXT show.
We are officially wiping last week's footage from the NXT archives. Gun. You will no longer be able to view those.
Yeah, it'd be cool to go down to an NXT show. How much are tickets for these things?
I don't know. I know
I'm
they
on
sell
it.
out. They sell out instantly.
Yeah, you gotta buy
Instantly.
them months in
Will we
advance.
see Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes jump us from behind and put us through a table?
Yeah, somebody's got my cowboy hat, but they're wearing it wrong. They're using the actual rope to keep it on their head.
The audacity
I see that.
of those.
Boo.
If it wasn't for the fact that we're your hosts of Stand and Deliver.
They're like the male version of the Iconics.
To La La Land.
Yeah.
Last
Yeah,
week is
pretty much.
history. Today is a mystery. But let me not get too far tracked from the point because let's talk outfits for guess what? Guess what? Yep,
That would have been
Stand
amazing. Mixed tag.
and Deliver.
Iconically pretty deadly.
Now, wait, because talking of outfits, did you see those?
You only
orange,
find tickets to the
dreadful
NXT
ensembles that
lives.
Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes were
Yeah, I'm trying to find. I found stand and deliver tickets, but I can't find
talent, absolutely.
How much are they
That's
running?
stand and deliver tickets.
for stand and deliver.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Probably not as much as we think.
No, I think they're like $20 or $30.
You interrupted Mello. You interrupted Braun. That's why we all had to order you both some table service.
Hey, and don't get it twisted, man. Last week, I was so dripped out, I left puddles all around this building.
Let's talk about it.
Hey, as I'm preparing for the biggest match of my career, you two are sitting.
They start at $20 for stand and deliver.
Well, to be
It's
fair,
not
The,
bad.
the most expensive tickets are only $200, so that's like floor seats.
Hey, don't do all that cute stuff with
Oh, that's
me.
not bad.
Section floor 1, $103 for floor seats in LA
Business while grown folks
at the
talk.
Crypto.com arena.
We're talking about the future NXT champion right here. You don't need none of your bad juju rubbing off on him. Pretty
Carmelo don't miss, bitch.
We have no one to talk our talk. How about y'all just walk your walk?
I've seen Carmelo perform live too.
hang on. I think there might have
That's what
He's
I love
also
about going
live
to NXT live shows. You get to see the crop that's coming up
Yeah.
and the crop that's already there.
But if you were hinting at having a match, you are willing to jeopardize the main event at Stand and Deliver. Then we accept.
Oh, so audience is invitation based for NXT.
It's official. The
So you have to request tickets basically.
versus the man, the myth, legend, the one
How do we go about requesting tickets?
I'm doing it right now. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Well, every time we do that, you ask me what I'm watching, and I tell you, and you get all pissed off that I'm not watching like what you're watching or something. So I don't know what to talk about.
Well, you should be watching NXT.
I'm watching NXT now.
Now.
I've been watching it.
Anyways.
I'm a fan of Law and Order, so I like watching the last like 5-10 minutes of Law and Order.
Yeah, Law and Order SVU is a good show.
It's gotten better too. It's always good, but it's gotten better.
I don't see Pretty Deadly being chewed anymore.
kick off the rock. Oh my God. What a nasty
Ooh.
bandit.
I don't want anything to happen to you between now and Stand and Deliver.
Braun Breaker staying babyface coming out to help Carmelo Hayes.
So, we don't see a heel turn from Braun in NXT. Do we see any heel turn from Braun in
Nah,
WWE?
he's got that babyface look to him.
But he's also a Steiner.
It just means he can't do math.
Here's the question now we ask ourselves. Who will qualify
I mean, he could probably pull off a heel.
Ladder match. Will it be Indy Hartwell or will it be Tiffany Stratton?
I don't
We're
know
gonna
though.
find out next.
Here
live
comes Indy
on
Hartwell.
NXT.
Stream Court is stupid. It just put out an announcement saying that we were live. Or I just got it.
Her resume speaks for itself.
And then Yokozuna.
They don't come along every day like Yoko.
He had that demon. It's hard to talk about.
And then
It's just the perfect matchup. They come at each other like two bulldozers.
WWE rival.
They're doing a Legends on Charlotte Flair already.
WWE
Yep.
Superstar Sunday continues Sunday starting at 8. Only on
Seems a little early.
Yeah.
Quite.
Rivals is going to be Lesnar and Roman.
Okay. I'm having to remove a certain brand from my signature on.
Mhm.
You're having to do what?
Remove a certain brand from my email signature.
That's right. They're supposed to be coming back here in April.
Yeah. Okay, the email has been sent, and it says, "Thank you for your email to NXT Tickets. Please allow 1 to 2 business days for your email to be reviewed." Okay. And I put it in as myself and one guest. So if we can get multiple days of tickets, we can rotate who gets to go. I don't know how we're gonna do the show. We'll have to figure that out. But I want to go to the next Halloween event with the costume battle royal for NXT. That next Halloween Havoc, that would be pretty cool.
That would be.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to figure out the broadcasting situation, but we'll figure that out. Might have to ask Jay or somebody to produce, and we'll have to do a bare bones version, just because I do have on StreamYard, I do have the Twitch and YouTube attached.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can do a bare bones version of the show. It won't have all our pretty overlays and stuff. Speaking of overlays, don't forget about Star Trek Fleet Command. It's right up there in the top corner, right above, right on top of the Wrestling with Toxicity logo. If you hit !star in the chat, you'll get the link to join the game. That link will help you help our channel grow. All you gotta do is get to level 5, get a second ship, and then get to level 10. Do all that by Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time this coming Sunday, and you will help this channel grow immensely. So keep that in mind as we go through these really weird commercials. Nothing about a Mercedes makes me think that I'm like a spy or something. Like, I don't get these commercials for cars.
Folks, if you want another way to support our channel, don't forget that we have merch available at the merch store.
Yep, including the brand new TGM Brothers shirt. You unfortunately hit the apostrophe.
Yes. Fat finger syndrome. There we go.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see Cody Rhodes on NXT? I mean, even if it's just for a one and done, just show up type thing.
I mean, never say never.
But very unlikely.
Yeah.
Vince. I've been looking at the River City. The only way you can email them, other than I don't know if you messaged them through Facebook.
I haven't yet, no.
But I put the email that gives on their website in the private chat.
Okay, thank you.
They just announced Devon Dudley.
I'll handle that email right now.
So far, you're looking at Brian Danielson, Saraya, RVD, Kurt Angle, APA, Jake the Snake, Ted DiBiase, Mike Rotundo, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, Adilla the Butcher, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Dan Severn, Bill Alfonso, Tugboat, Bushwhacker Luke, Melina Thunder Roses, Candace Michelle, Cowboy Bob Orton, Jimmy Hart, and Devon. They're just getting started.
Trick Williams is growing on me more and more every time I see him.
Possibly, we do know the main event though. It's Stand and Delivered. It is Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes for the NXT Championship. There's been a lot of questions surrounding the NXT Women's Championship. Let's go back to talk about what transpired with Roxanne Perez, who has provided a little bit of an insight on social media. As you can see, she noted, look, she's frustrated, but she will be back. But here's the cliffhanger. We don't know when. Roxanne Perez. We do hope that Roxanne Perez has
So they may have cleared her, but publicly they're
so
not
she-
clearing her.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't read like cleared to me, but
No.
And according to Tiffany Stratton book, Los Angeles needs.
Well, what's up, fellers?
what's up, Tommy?
Not much,
What's-
Bags.
What's up, Tommy? We were talking about you a minute ago.
We were.
Because that's what we like to do.
She will become the third superstar to advance to the
Yes, the Brawling Brutes TV commercial for WrestleMania was hilarious.
Yeah, so you have to submit all those press things. I don't know how to do that shit.
WrestleMania and ahead of his showdown with John Cena at WrestleMania for the United States Championship. Austin
What were we talking about, Tommy, a minute ago?
How
shirt.
much he
All
hates,
you guys
Pretty
stop it,
Deadly.
lol. But what were y'all saying rolling on the floor laughing?
Talking about how much you hate Pretty Deadly.
remember.
The Pretty Deadly thing.
Pretty,
He hates
Yeah,
Pretty Deadly.
Pretty deadly, yeah. Your favorite tag team was on TV to kick the show off tonight. They made us think about you, Tommy.
Yeah, the Brawling Brutes commercial is one of the greatest things that WWE has ever produced ever.
mhm.
Yeah, the Pete Dunne part is fucking hilarious. Pete Dunne just walks in like he owns the part.
How equally matched though are these two suits?
That was a shitty pen.
Marvel doesn't speak very highly of Stratton, since Stratton, of course, demanded her own locker room here in NXT several months ago, cover to go to Los Angeles, and a kick out by Harper.
Ooh, kick to the face. Clothesline. And a 1, and a 2, and a kick out.
Certainly had a strong end to last year. She carried some of that.
Ilya Dragunov versus JD McDonough tonight. Oh my God, take my money. Take my
Be a good
money.
match. It will definitely be a good match.
Another near fall. Can you imagine though?
Yeah, but no time we were talking about how much you love him.
Town, if she makes it, post stand and deliver, you're smiling like you think it's great.
Now Tommy's not going to talk the rest of the night. We done pissed him off.
You pissed him off.
I didn't do
Don't
shit.
blame us.
I didn't do nothing. All
Really?
right. Nope. Do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an innocent bystander in all this.
Okay, River City WrestleCon email sent out.
Sweet.
Not that I don't like ladder matches, Vic, just not my cup of tea. But so many, well, wait a minute.
From behind, roll up in an air ball.
So close. So many have made their mark. I'm talking about
Because that's at the beginning of April, May, June, end of June, middle of June.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, they all start running so close together. It's not even funny.
So when me and a couple friends had a company, and we were running game shows at different conventions and stuff like that. The amount of conventions that are going on a weekly basis is absolutely just astonishing. Because we were dealing with anime, gaming, and those very specific types of conventions. And
Yeah.
we were averaging 17 emails a week for conventions that were 4 months in advance.
Oh yeah.
At one point.
Like I keep keeping an eye on, New York City Comic Con. I'm waiting for that, press access applications are now open. I'm just waiting on that.
Yeah, see, I've never. I'm trying to think of the next merch idea.
Oh, speaking of MegaCon and conventions, I got to see if I can get a hotel room in Orlando for Thursday night. That way I'm not driving back.
Do we know what the topic is for Thursday or not?
Movies that should have won Academy Awards, in our opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a topic we were going to do last week. We're doing it this week.
And are we going to see the return of Kel or not? Do we not know yet?
As far as I know, yes. But
okay.
The movie that should have won an Academy Award is the TGN Brothers.
I hate commercials.
I do too, especially dumb ones.
What country do I have to move to not to watch commercials?
Produced by Superbeard, all stunts performed by Dabuka.
I don't know if I like how she says my name.
I know, that sounded weird.
Yeah.
Dabuka.
Dabuka, Dabuka, Dabuka.
Yeah, I really don't know how I like how it says it.
Like that Bron Breakker and that man Carmelo Hayes. You need to know that man like a book, like a back of your hand. Check out
Let's see here.
Main event here tonight, champion and challenger at Stand and Deliver will be teammates. Here this evening is Stratton swinging a miss, and now this could be the moment for Indy Hartwell to start building some of that momentum. To start building momentum on her way to Los Angeles. Because we know there's
Da
a lot to
bouquet,
gain in
da
this matchup.
bouquet,
Look,
da
at this
bouquet.
juncture, who has more to lose in this matchup?
Like I said,
What the hell is
Okay,
going
so-
on?
right here is it's high stakes. So the thing about it, if you lose this match, Vic, you go to the end of the line. You got to rebuild. You got to
Tommy and your brother are being 2-year-olds.
right there. A mind
Yeah, go figure.
thing. You don't want that. Oh, whoa, big
The other
shot.
thing that's got to be on the mind of a lot of these competitors, we still don't know the exact numbers of competitors yet.
But I think I figured out how to get her to say
And
the
NXT Women's
nickname
Ladder match
properly.
a week from Saturday at Stand and Deliver. But Indy Hartwell right now is riding the momentum. Can she ride the momentum to victory in another near
Trying to punch the
fall?
ticket right now, Vic. She's put together a real good combination right there from the hands to the feet. You know, taking it to the mat. Oh, look for that big shot right there. But Tiffany's on top of it. Oh, wow.
Tiffany off the power slam, and again Hartwell able to kick on. I think you bring up a great point moments ago. Going to the end of the line, both these women.
Can we actually say this is a really good match so far?
I'm telling you, Tiffany Stratton has got a massive future ahead of her, and so does Indy Hartwell. But Indy Hartwell, she's ready for the main roster.
Looking to fly and up and over Hartwell, able to get out of the way, in and spine buster. This could be it for Hartwell. Another cover and another near fall.
I tell you right there, that's those butterflies.
When was the last time a spine buster put anybody away? And they're like, "That's it! Like it's a fucking spine buster."
You gotta get those butterflies.
It's a standard move nowadays.
Yeah. You missed, Tommy.
Yeah, you forgot to hit the thing.
Beard, 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 super beardolin.
I love the triple bounce.
Yeah.
Bottom rope, middle rope, top rope.
Right person won.
I agree. All right, pissing me off.
Perfectly planning that moonsault. I mean, we can talk about her being high maintenance. She took high risk and got all the reward in that moment to go to the biggest stage this brand has ever seen in Los Angeles on WrestleMania Saturday.
Well, AJ, they just stated that they don't know when Roxanne Perez will be back, so she has been officially stripped of the title. I don't think she was actually cleared. According to her tweet, she doesn't know when she'll be back. She doesn't know when she'll recover fully. So.
Last week, Wolfie. Yep. Pretty deadly are behind us, and it's still Gallus boys on top. You want a break? Why? Gallus boys. Funny seeing you guys here, huh? Everybody knows where to find us, Marky. Yeah. We're not exactly hard to find, boys. Fancy it again? Yeah, sugar's turf you can break. Another round for us and 2 glasses of milk for our pals here. Milk? I'll have what you guys are having. But this guy, he's already too wild. Maybe stick to water.
I like that shirt he's wearing.
The skull one, the Day of the Dead skulls.
Yeah, the sugar skulls.
Yeah, that's what they're called. I couldn't think of the name of them for some reason.
Hard luck, lads. Great game, though. Yeah, see, the thing is, K-ball was never our game. Darts? That's more our style. Let's throw some arrows.
So I'm looking for a hotel for the Thursday night when I go to MegaCon. That way I'm not driving in the hour and a half back home. I'll go Thursday and Friday to the con, drive back Friday night. Do the podcast from the hotel room that weekend. The Thursday night one.
Yeah.
I didn't take you two for a pair of archers. Hey man, we practice hard in the dojo, but we play even harder outside. Yeah? We're tied at one apiece.
Yeah, we can do this all day. We can keep going back and forth, but I got a better idea of what a tiebreaker could be.
I bet I know you one, and it certainly wasn't a game of pool. Yeah, or darts. Damn straight. Stand and deliver. Stand and deliver.
Yeah, hey, we're finally over into shooting. We're ready to retake our titles.
Guess we'll see you in LA then. But we'll be keeping the titles.
We'll see you in LA. I'll shake your hand too.
Roxanne does return. I think Tiffany wins. I don't see Tiffany as a ladder match person.
Oh,
Didn't
you'd be
she-
surprised.
Didn't she already do one?
I don't know.
I think that she's gonna surprise a lot of people in that ladder match.
If the US don't win this game, I'm gonna highly upset.
You're gonna highly upset who? Who are you gonna highly upset?
Well, if anyone knows about multiple challengers, it's this man. He can pick his 4 opponents for stand and deliver.
You did it again. You did it again, Tommy. You did it again.
Shit the bed. You get all this momentum going, Tommy, and you just go.
So, how's character creation in 23?
Oh my god, it's
Fucking
amazing.
amazing.
We've already made Ginger.
Okay.
We took some liberties, but for the most part, it looks like him. Like in the face, like it definitely looks like him.
Were you able to upload any images?
No. For some reason on Steam, I can't get into the servers.
Please
but-
excuse my fat fucking thumbs. Sorry, please excuse my French.
Now, you completely misspelled please, including a capital S in the middle of it, and it still said please. Huh.
Huh. Yeah, Tom, you just do that. You just fucking misspell words all night long.
That's funny.
I'm gonna. You forgot the A. Well, I mean, I can't spell anyway, so it's okay.
Any leads on the anonymous gifter? He's right above you in chat.
No, see, because when Tommy's here, the anonymous gifter doesn't gift anything. So Tommy's not here. I've never seen the anonymous gifter and Tommy in the same place. Just saying.
Ginger, do you think you'd be able to make MegaCon the Thursday and the Friday?
Yeah. Let's talk about that room when we get off air because I have an idea.
Okay, cool.
We might have the same idea.
Tommy, you're so full of shit. Nope, no leads. Even though I admitted it.
On the internet.
Yeah, I admitted it live. On air.
That's coming up, what, next weekend?
It's not this weekend, it's next weekend. 30th and 31st, sir.
31st. Come back that night. Be here for Boom Boom. Yeah, I can make that happen.
That wasn't me. That was an imposter.
Imposter?
It's a M, not N.
Imposter? Tommy, you're not helping your situation at this point in your life.
I'll bring it back.
Oh shit. Show's back on. I mute the commercials, so.
You're all bad at me, but I'm not fucking about that.
Oh god.
I'm just saying.
Big stretch. Big stretch.
Big stretch.
Well, that made me lightheaded.
This fucking camera just keeps messing up on me. I think I hit the wrong button.
I'm glad she went away from the bangs and went back to longer hair on the front. I didn't like the bang look.
Yeah, I didn't like the bangs. Well, that was fake glass if I've ever seen it.
How far behind am I from you?
Gigi's just now coming on my screen.
Oh.
But it's, yeah.
What was for dinner tonight? I had baked chicken and smothered potatoes. I did a mac and cheese with hot dogs in it. But I did like a very special mac and cheese. It's a super creamy, thick mac and cheese. Seasoned up properly.
I had Southwest chicken.
Very nice.
Refried beans and
oh, I want a Philly cheesesteak. Tommy, get me a Philly cheesesteak. I want a Philly
yes, Tommy, get a Philly cheesesteak and send it all the way to Superbeard's house. So by the time he gets it, it's just a Philly.
He could just do. He can DoorDash it and put in my address.
Oh, we're gonna set his opponent for stand and deliver.
Yeah.
Oh no, does he already have a match at stand and deliver?
No. No. I don't think he does. Nah, but on a real note, when you do end up coming up to chill with us, I'll make some bomb-ass Phillies. I make a pretty damn good Philly, too. I call it a homie because I make them at home. And what I do is I get fresh Publix roast beef, and I make it with that. Pepper jack cheese. Shaved prime rib is a good choice as well. That's why I call mine homies, because we're using the Publix roast beef. By the way, they've done a really good job of making the North American Championship mean something.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh Oh shit!
Lee said he wanted
Hold
the
on.
best. It's Dragon Lee, one of the newest signings to NXT.
God, how far behind are you?
Has been a
Oh
buzz
shit!
about this superstar.
That's Chuggy Duggy Quack Quack.
Dragon Lee.
Hell yeah, we're gonna get his premiere in a North American Championship match.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
It's almost how it used to be. Is like you came in and got that shot.
Wow. Thank you all. Nice to meet you, Wes. Very nice to meet you, though. You know, I've come to NXT for the same reason as you.
Let's see.
Para enfrentar a los mejores.
Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee.
But Wes, to me right now, you are the best.
God, he looks so much like his brother.
Mm-hmm.
And that's even with having a mask on.
Yeah. Is it just me, or does he seem like he's just gotten bigger?
He looks like he's got a little bigger.
He is jacked. I remember, like, last time I saw him perform, I'm like, I don't remember him looking that jacked.
That he's just wearing a smaller shirt.
That could be.
All the way from Mexico to Japan. And I have constantly wondered what it would be like if you and I were to tangle. I thought that once you signed here, it'd be like 6, maybe 8 months before you and I got to chop it up. But everyone knows that I'm impatient. Let's make it official. You got the first spot. I'll see you in LA.
It's gonna be a fatal 5-way for the North American title.
Okay. I thought it was something set up for it.
But he hasn't picked his opponent yet.
Well, it looks like Dragon Lee might be one of them.
Yeah.
JD McDonough might be number 2.
Yes, please.
I'm not complaining. You had my attention as soon as Dragon Lee walked out. You can just give me them 2 in a match.
Yeah, I would prefer that, to be honest. But I'll take a 5-way if you get the right 5 people in it. If you give me Dragunov in this match, too.
And you. He's new here. What's your excuse?
My excuse? Dog, what's your excuse gonna be once Ilya rips you apart?
I think you should count yourself extremely.
I have never seen JD McDonough look bigger than he does right now, because the other 2 guys are short.
Would you not be standing here with that on your shoulder?
Do we think JD is ready for the main roster?
I don't. I don't think so.
I think he's been ready.
I think his attitude isn't quite there yet. Like, obviously work rate, yes, of course he is. Work rate, 1,000%. JD's work rate, 1,000%. I wonder if the winner of this match will get put into the fatal 5-way for the U.S. title, or for the North American title.
That would be cool.
Well,
I still want a main roster. I want a main roster Dragunov, Walter.
God, so I think everyone does. This match is about to steal the show.
Yeah.
This should have been the main event.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it's not.
Yeah.
Well, you got Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes versus Pretty Deadly as your main.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes sense. But I just still, sometimes you got to...
Throw a wild card out there.
You got to realize what's going to be your better main event. You know what I mean? Like, not that match isn't going to be good, because it will be good. But it's not going to compare to what we're about to see.
Oh, no.
And it might kill the crowd, because this crowd's going to be worn out after this.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Oh, yeah, swipe through all that fun stuff. No one cares. It's an Lexus Mercedes-Benz. Oh, that's not bad at all.
No.
Ugh.
It's life. Okay, I just read chat since I walked away for a little bit. What is Tommy talking about? I used shaved prime rib.
Philly
Look up a little bit.
cheesesteaks.
Look up a little bit further. It's only the next. It's the next comment up, or next 2 comments up.
Okay. Ah, there we go.
I love these fucking commercials. These fucking progressive commercials. Definitely.
Oh, Ginger, I was also thinking that the Friday night
Yeah.
fight night before Mania,
Yes.
we don't start till 8 o'clock
Yes.
because I think we're gonna have to go later because of the Hall of Fame.
Stand and deliver. When stand and deliver?
It's Saturday afternoon.
We also have Ring of Honor that night too.
Oh yeah, we have the Super Card. That's right.
Yeah, Supercard that night.
What time does that start? 'Cause
So
we may still have to go
it's-
at 7.
Fucking like, I think it starts at 7.
That's what I'm saying. We
So
might still have
folks,
to go at
next week
7.
Yeah, next weekend we're going to have a very, very busy weekend for your entertainment. Come out, help us. This is going to be like a mini subathon.
Oh, it's just a continuous live stream.
Yeah. Be right back. 2 seconds, guys.
All right. Yeah, it starts at 7 p.m. Damn.
Kiana, hey, looks like Indy Hartwell isn't going to stand and deliver. But we are tag team champ. Listen, Alba and Isla are really. I've had enough, Kiana. I know what's going on. Fallon, you don't have to worry. I'm not even thinking about the women's championship. That's not what I'm talking about. What now? Sebastian? I have no idea what you're talking about. This guy knows. Save it. I was in your office. Wait, what? You were in my office? How'd you even get past security? Yeah, last week I saw your planner and the card. Card? What card? How did you get past security? That's not what matters. You know, I don't know how you sleep at night cheating on Brooks like this. I never should have trusted you, and now I'm gonna tell Brooks everything. Okay, yeah, run and tell Brooks everything and scrub everything before the biggest match of your career. Because Brooks is like my family, and you might not care about him, but I do.
Time might be up on the
Good.
conniving Kiana Jade, but the time is now for McDonough and Dragunov.
Fights breaking out early, Rick. This thing's gonna get down.
Salivating for weeks for this showdown.
You gotta understand, Rick. These two men in the past just refuse to go away. They're gonna sell it once the ball here tonight. Oh, yes.
Yeah, it starts at 7 p.m. So we will still have to go live at 7.
Okay.
Which means we'll probably be doing
So-
it We'll probably be doing it from the road. Shit, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah.
Jay.
You might have to head back from Orlando early on Friday. Because I know Friday night's when I'm going to get the most footage from the convention. So I might have to show up late to the watch along and everything.
Speaking of that man, there is Dragon Lee, who's taken up JD McDonough's invitation to watch firsthand. Ringside have a front row seat to this match. But how about the announcement?
Gotta do this match. Shit.
That open challenge
Just the way these two work together in the ring is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Strong style all the way.
It's that British strong style, which is freaking crazy.
Yeah. Jax.
Yes.
McDonough gets pulled up to the main roster after WrestleMania. Name me 3 people you want to see him feud with.
Imperium, all 3 of them.
Yeah.
No, you got Pete Dunne.
Well, here's the thing, too. You got to remember, you're not going to get 15 call-ups from NXT after WrestleMania.
No.
No. I'm just saying it's a hypothetical on this one.
I don't think JD McDonough is ready for the main roster yet, character-wise.
Okay.
His character's kind of cookie-cutter, like the create a character heel, and he's got to work on that. So he's got a time before he comes up. I actually think Dragunov might be more ready. But I think Dragunov is still trying to recover from everything and is trying to get back. And
honestly, JD reminds me of TNA Dexter Lumis when he was feuding with Karrion Kross. Or Killer Cross back then it was called.
The intense in the eyes of Dragon Lee, almost as intense as Ilya Dragunov, who's trying for a third German suplex, and McDonough able to break the hold, able to counter.
Oh, this was like a street fight.
Yeah.
Let me beat each other. Shit, have you outside of the ring? Stop.
If it's a street fight, use the T-shirt method of winning. Dick kicks. Introduce him to Dick Kick City.
I want to say it's a street fight.
It's not. It's a standard match.
Fight Forever chance going.
Well, one person's trying to get it going anyways. They already did a "This is awesome" chant, but somebody tried to get it to Fight Forever, but
See, this is my style of wrestling. This is what I love. This is hard-hitting action.
Ooh.
Ugh. Dragunov loves that middle rope clothesline spot, and I hate it so much. Please don't do it. And also, I don't care how good your cardio is. These guys have to be ridiculously exhausted after this match.
Because it's might not be the longest match, but it's so quick pace.
Yeah, it's just they're going 1,000 miles a second the entire time. and between the brutality and the speed of it all, like, ugh. How could you not be blown up after this?
How could you not be blown up during this?
Yeah.
Is the real question we all have.
Oh my god. Whoa. That DDT, man.
Mm.
And Dragunov sells everything like he's been shot.
He does. It's so great.
I need to get a drink refill, but I don't want to leave because this match is good.
Yeah, that's why I'm so quiet right now. I'm just like enjoying it.
Yeah, it's
Dragging off with his joint manipulation is amazing when he gets a chance to use it.
Oh.
Takes him out of the shins. Nope. At least they're giving this match time to like actually. Oh, I like that submission.
Yeah, me too.
I like it.
Yeah, but that could be reversed into a calf crusher.
Oh, the reversal rate on something like this is a lot. Now they're just down into one knee. I don't know. Oh no, see, I think you should get down to the one knee again.
The main key is the fact that he has the other arm locked up and in the air, and that makes it hard for you to reverse.
Yeah.
No.
He gets his left arm free. See, there he goes. That's how you do it. Now he's reversed it because he got his arm free.
There we go. Oh, nice bridge.
Okay, so see, yeah, it goes into. I don't know if I'd really call it a calf crusher.
It was a modified calf crusher.
Yeah.
Because calf crushers aren't even calf crushers. They actually are expanding the knee, like what that did. That's what an actual calf crusher does. Shayna Baszler has a wonderful video where she tortures Dakota Kai on her YouTube page talking about how they work.
I have watched a bunch of her videos with where the reality of submission holds in the WWE and stuff like that with Dakota Kai, and she is just torturing the hell out of her.
Nice. Nice little sequences they have. They get
Yeah,
they get going there, like the headbutts leading into
they're
other shit.
having
These two
they're
fighters,
having they're having a lot of these like wrestling tennis moments of back and
Yeah,
forth,
back
but
and forth, back and forth, and
they're
then
doing it in a way that tells a story.
yeah. These two fought in NXT UK, right?
oh yeah, numerous times.
Good. Okay.
It's just like a rehashing of their feud over there, just on different
Yeah, well,
eyes
because
and
they
stuff.
never did get to finish it. They never did get to finish it over there.
No, they didn't.
JD got hurt, and that's when Dragunov moved on to Walter, which is now known as Gunther.
The Irish Ace's chest bright red. These two may just fight forever. And Dragunov now again trying to use that.
Oh my God.
What the hell was that?
That looked extra brutal.
Side slam suplex?
Kind of, yeah. A JD versus Finn feud, that might be good. Especially with the whole teacher, the whole teacher student gimmick. But I think you have to get to the point. I don't see JD going face. It doesn't. I don't know if that works for him. Again, like I said, he's got to develop his character. So you'd have to find a way to get Finn back to being a. Well, you could possibly do heel versus heel if you do it as like, you're now the edge of Judgment Day. You're now the one that needs to go away. You're holding them back, and you held me back. There's a way to do it. At the end of it, Finn would come out a babyface at the end of it. But
Damn, Dragunov's shoulder, like his part right here, is all black and blue and everything already. I don't think I've seen a match that he doesn't come out bruised as shit. I mean, it's depending on who's at. Like him and when him and Walter went at it. Oh my God.
And let's not forget when Dragunov detached the right of McDonough with one of these strikes.
Like I say, Vic, this is personal right now. This is personal.
Nice.
Nice reversals.
again, do you see why I was mentioning that? Like, it should have been the main event. We're gonna be exhausted. We're gonna be exhausted after this.
Look at the crowd. Everyone's on their fucking feet.
Yeah.
This is nothing short of amazing. And Dragon Lee has had the best seat in the house. He wanted to see chaos. He's seen it right now.
Yes. This thing is breaking down by any means necessary. Oh, yes.
Oh, Dragunov. Yep. That's what I thought.
Dragon Lee, welcome to NXT. I don't think Dragon Lee wanted to get this close. Oh, what a cheap shot.
Oh.
Oh hell
They
no!
both hit him.
They'll probably add both Dragunov and JD to the five-way match. And Wesley just came out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. But next week, I wonder if they'll do some kind of weird tag match where they'll make JD and Dragunov as a tag team.
I can see that. Maybe.
I hate when they do that.
Will they coexist for this one match? I think it'll work if Wesley says, "Look, if you two beat us two, you two are in the match for the belts."
All right, listen, I'm not trying to do it either. Good, all right? The Carmelo Hayes that I want to face at Stand and Deliver is the best Carmelo Hayes, all right? You said it last week. We have an opportunity to make something special here. I'm not going to let two clowns, Pretty Deadly, or you two, screw it up.
What do you mean by that?
He is always up to something.
Hey, you know it. Hey, I ain't up to nothing, brother. I just wanted you to share the ring with the future NXT champion.
Is that right? Hey, you want the best to Stand and Deliver?
So we're an hour in. What do y'all think so far?
I don't know how we get another hour out of this. Because holy crap, that match. Like,
Yeah. I feel bad for whatever comes next.
Yeah, like how do you follow that?
I mean, I wish we had a decisive winner because I like to see when them two go at it. I like to see the decisive winner.
Yeah.
But those guys had enough stamina. They could have won another 30 minutes if they wanted to.
Easy. Well, I also realized that I figured something was going to happen because I figured they didn't want to just end this feud already because you get a definitive winner, it kind of ends it. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get a drink refill.
Go get a drink. Honestly, Jax, the JD and Dragunov, that is a pay-per-view. That's the only place you can really finish it.
They stole the house when they did their street fight in NXT UK, and there was no one in the building. I just remember watching it going, damn, these dudes are beating the shit out of each other.
I love this commercial.
You okay? You dying?
No, I've had this stupid, like, at nighttime, phlegm will start collecting in the back of my throat. And it's only at nighttime. Like, during the day, sun's up, I'm fine. Sun's down, it starts collecting and stuff. No clue. How did Panda Express get to do this song?
I have no clue. I don't know how Panda Express gets. I don't eat Panda Express.
I wouldn't recommend it to anybody unless you're looking for, a reason to call out of work because of diarrhea. But
I've just never been a fan of it.
it's. Wait till you hear my brother's reaction. Hey, Vince, what do you think of Panda Express?
I love Panda Express. What's wrong with Panda Express?
See?
I've never had it.
Good.
Oh.
I've not had good experiences with it.
It's your typical fast food Chinese. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but I like Chinese. I like Panda Express. They also have an amazing. It's like $21, and it's a family feast, but the amount of food you get is insane. It's like 6 quarts worth of food. It's so good.
I have to check into that.
I just wish it was a Panda Express closer to me. Closest one's in Ocala. So it's like
I got
30.
one that was. I got one that's close by that just got built near me. So.
I just don't know how NXT follows this up. You just put on a 20-minute clinic. I don't know what you do.
I don't either.
I know something the fans can do though. Hit !! star on the chat and join Star Trek Fleet Command, latest sponsor of the show. If you can get to level 10 by the end of Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you too can help the channel grow in an immense way, all while having some fun and playing a fun game. It's an mobile MMO open world game set in the Star Trek universe with all your favorite characters, including the Borg. The Borg have now joined Star Trek Fleet Command.
What we just saw, it seems like chaos follows you everywhere.
The Borg.
On this one, Mackenzie. Look, Ilya and JD are never going to be done with each other. But for 2 weeks, JD has been in my face, and I am sick and tired of it. So he's got the second spot. Ilya is known as Europe's finest. Only one way to put that to the test. He's got the third now. And
So JD McDonough, Ilya Dragunov, and you've already agreed to Dragon Lee. There's only one spot left. Who's it going to be?
I don't think room in the car for one more. All right. Look, I know you really want this dog. And you have been close so many times. But unfortunately, so have many others. And look, Kenzie, if I really want to give everybody the shot,
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? Got some work to do now.
Okay, that's
Sorry,
cool.
sometimes I just burst out in song.
You're fine. But next week, I'm trying to wait for you to catch up on the NXT.
That'll be amazing.
Next week, chaos continues. Oh, it's a Mr. Gargano.
That's not.
He's behind.
Okay.
Who the fuck is this?
It's Javier Bernal.
Who the fuck is Javier Bernal?
He's the guy that had the Christmas album.
Had the what?
The Christmas album that he brought out in January for some reason.
To give them all year long to have a chance to buy it.
All right. Okay. This is fucking stupid. Kind of looks like if Kyle O'Reilly had long hair.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go, Gargano.
You upset about last week. Not a sanction match? You really want to embarrass yourself again on the biggest stage NXT has? That's too far even for you.
Not far enough. Come on down here and sign it. Come on.
Okay, that'll be right.
Come on, right now. Let's go.
You really think I'm going to come down the arena? You're crazy, lad. But here's what I will do. You hand that piece of paper to your best buddy next week. I'll sign it. Under one condition. What? I need you banned from the building. If I even catch a
God, son of a bitch. What the fuck is he wearing?
I don't know.
That's going to get you an unsanctioned and fine. Deal. Let's do it. Okay. Give this to her. Next week, give that to me.
Unsanctioned match.
I wonder how crazy they're gonna get with that. You got a lot. You got a lot to live up to with those Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano matches.
And look what he did in Hell in a Cell.
There's more to us than we think. I appreciate the significance of my heritage, but I must carry the responsibility
This is
of progression. I will keep it up and lead the way for the
Eddie Thorpe. Okay. Don't know who that is.
Sounds familiar though. Turns out to be Tatanka's son.
Who the fuck is that?
Eddie Thorpe? We're not sure yet.
Guess we'll find out next week.
So Julius and Brutus and I just kind of let her do her own thing. But we really felt she was a part of Diamond Ring. So for her to say that we were never a team just really... But tonight, it's not about her. Tonight, I have a huge opportunity. If I beat Lyra, I get a chance to go to Stand and Deliver and possibly become the new women's champ.
Eddie Thorpe is NJPW under a different name. What name was he under? He was Carl Fredericks.
Okay.
I don't know why that's not familiar either.
We're about to find out who will earn the 4th spot in the NXT Women's Championship ladder match at Stand and Deliver. It will be Nyla Valkyria next.
He's got a cool shirt.
Who does?
Carl Fredericks.
He was trained by Shibata.
Uh-oh.
So he should be good.
You're gonna be technical as shit.
He lost to Kenta in the first round in 2020.
I know who he is. Now that I see him.
Let's see. APW Worldwide Internet Champion, APW Tag Team Championship, Young Lion Cup Champion, BCW Inter California Champion, ranked 287 out of 5,000. 100.
Hey, Coach Ron, how's it going? Doghouse Gino 777. Anyone who plays online in WWE 2K, how do I add my custom match I created to the online match? I'm not sure because I can't even get on the servers.
We're still
via
trying to
Steam.
figure that out ourselves.
I'm having issues with Steam. Maybe somebody else in chat might know, but yeah, I can't even get logged in on the damn servers. I hope Steam gets that issue fixed because I'd like to actually.
Wrestle Talk was when they're doing their thing. They said they couldn't even upload images either.
They couldn't.
No, because they tried to upload Luke and Pete's faces, so they had them for their managers, and they couldn't do it.
Well, I know CPG was able to upload some stuff, but he also had early access.
Right.
Maybe the servers are just too much right now.
Yeah, just overloaded with everybody getting on there. Everybody's trying to upload a bunch of stuff, and it's just too much.
Could be. It could be that simple. So, give some time to cool off. Some people have done uploading all the stuff because CPG was saying that people have already got a custom Kenny Omega that is so good it looks like Kenny Omega was uploaded to the game itself, like took the shots and everything.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Jiminy Crickets.
Been one hell of a ride.
The butterflies have to be the size of eagles inside Walker.
Guy's a damn security guard. He is a rent-a-cop in NXT. He's got no music. He hasn't got any gear. He's nowhere near ready to get in the ring.
Hank! Hank is on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I like Hank.
Into the cover. Could it be? You gotta be kidding me.
Security guys set his place on fire.
Congratulations. Big win. I'd like to take this time to offer you an official NXT contract, big man. My whole life I've been an athlete. I was a 3-year starting offensive lineman at NC State, and no sport in the world prepared me for the WWE. Been a lot of ups and downs the past few months. Being a security guard, making new friends, finding a mentor in Drew Gulak.
Saw a lot of missteps out there last week, but it's nothing we can't fix in time.
How much has Walker grown under the tutelage of Drew Gulak?
We're building a superstar.
Ultimately being left by my mentor.
Oh, he played for Atlanta.
So close, Bookie's making a tag.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
They finally had no choice. Hey, this is uncalled for.
This kid is in a lot of trouble.
Wait a minute, what's Gulak doing?
Guys like Drew Gulak, Charlie Dempsey, they can't see.
I came here to find the best of the best, and that's not Hank Walker.
They say I'm not cut out for this. I'm gonna work my ass off, prove them wrong. All I got is myself. Contrary to popular belief, that's enough. I don't need to change who I am. I just need to continue evolving. Dog, for me, that's what NXT is all about.
That was cute. Yeah, that's definitely one way of putting it.
Walker still lacks any killer instinct. Yeah, exactly.
Hank 316 signs.
It's on you to walk through. That's why
Like, jeez.
another nice girl.
What's up, Will DeGray?
Why didn't it read it out loud?
I don't know.
Oh, weird.
It made the noise like it's supposed to, but didn't read it out loud.
Hey boys, love y'all.
Oh, fucking A, it was late as shit.
There it goes.
Okay. By the way, Ivy Nile has been in the ring since before commercial break.
Really?
For details. And when we talk about Los Angeles, we talk about the fourth superstar to qualify for NXT Stand and Deliver on WrestleMania Saturday. Will it be Ivy Nile or will it be Valkyria?
Yes,
About to find out.
it's going to be a good matchup here, kid.
Now, you've gotten to know Ivy Nile over the last month or so. You know, a lot. She came down, trained with you a little bit in Texas. Can she block out the noise? Can she focus on tonight? Can she punch her ticket to LA?
I hope so, because she is a student of the game. She can be. She has the capabilities to be a next level superstar.
Oh, shoulder down.
I still want to see Ivy Nile and Shayna Baszler together in a match or in a faction, whatever.
That has nothing to be, nothing distracts her. She's focused.
You gotta realize that Ivy Nile is not an MMA fighter, right?
Yeah. She pulls it off well.
Ivy Nile was just like, she got her claim to fame from that Titan games that The Rock did.
NXT, the superstars of tomorrow here today, all going to get the opportunity to shine in Los Angeles at NXT Stand and Deliver. We could be on the verge of a breakout moment for one of these two as Nile into a submission, looking for the tap. If there is a tap, she's going to dance to Los Angeles. She's going to go to the ladder match, and Valkyria coming out.
Is this a qualifying match or is this just a match?
Qualifying match for the ladder match.
I think Ivy's going to get distracted by the person that walked out, and Layla's going to get the win.
And look at Nile. Nile saying, hit me, bring it, I want it, let's go. And Nile answering right back.
Oh, guys, I'm going to walk away for a second and give my dad a shot so I don't have to give it to him when we go to get off the air kind of thing.
Okay, sounds good.
Gotcha.
All right, I'll be right back.
As you see Tatum Paxley looking on, obviously her own issues with Ivy Nile. We heard from Perez earlier. We saw the tweet. You have no doubt, though, that she will be back, as she said, stronger than ever.
No, I have no doubt.
Into the cover, hook of the leg, and a near fall.
Take you down that road is definitely going to make you a lot stronger. She's going to be back.
Boom. Yes. Well, now fighting right back into this matchup is Valkyria. We saw Tatum Paxley. We know how much it had to hurt Ivy now to have. Oh, Paxley turned her back on Nile last week, but look at Valkyria, the combination, the quick offense, rocking Nile, and now Valkyria could be looking for that Northern Light suplex. It's blocked, though, by Nile.
Look at Valkyria. She's only been here a few months, Vic.
As of April 28th, Xbox will no longer be selling these games. Battlefield 1943, Battlefield Bad Company, Battlefield Company 2 Mirror's Edge. I don't play the Battlefield games. I'm okay with that.
Mirror's Edge was a parkour game, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I never played it.
Yeah.
I played the first Battlefield game, but it wasn't for me. I also don't play Call of Duty, so...
Yeah, I'm more of a fighter game like Tekken and Street Fighter, stuff like that.
I'm more of a story-driven, like God of War, Ragnarok, Spider-Man, stuff like that. Single-player, story-driven games, cinematic games, Uncharted 4.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, I play like League of Legends and Minecraft and stuff like that too. I like the creative aspects of those.
Yeah, I don't play those either. Fortnite's the closest I get to any of those, and even then I don't play that very often.
I don't play Fortnite.
The only reason I like Fortnite is because like I have Superman in the game.
You know, I wanted to get the Doctor Doom skin, but I'm like, nah. Why is Ivy still in the ring?
It's cool.
Yeah, I saw that, Matt.
Cool on Pluto TV. They have a Minecraft channel.
I can't tell Brooks. It's gotta come.
Well, we have seen a lot of chaos here tonight, but when we come back, these two teams will meet in the Great Debate.
The Great Debate? Okay.
You're Ric Flair's daughter. I get it every day.
Is that a match or?
No, it's probably not. It's probably just a segment before the tag match. I'm sure it'll also like
go short.
No, I'm sure it'll like devolve into chaos.
Yeah.
The USFL is trying so hard, but last season was so bad.
Well, I'm personally hoping this time the XFL actually can stay around.
I'm not talking about the XFL. I'm talking about the USFL.
Nothing here. I didn't even know they had a USFL.
Yeah. Can't wait for the Yokozuna Legends on A&E. Yeah, it should be good. Should be very good.
Very enlightening.
What's going on, everybody? So you're probably gonna hear my cat meowing because of that.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
So Ivy Nile lost her match clean. There was a little backstage brawl where Fallon, the tag team champion, she got attacked on her way to tell Brooks about the other girl cheating. She got attacked by Alba Fire and the other girl, I can't remember her name. And then Fallon, or the other girl, came up and saved her and said, "Look, you can't tell Brooks. I got to do it. It's got to come from me." And then we got told we're going to get a great debate between Chase U and Schism. Up next.
Tonight?
Yeah, right now.
Next.
Oh, motherfucker.
I don't know what the great debate is, but I guess it's just to kill a little bit of time before the tag match.
Yeah.
Or they could just give the tag match more time.
I mean, they could. Well, we've still got 33 minutes left in the show.
Yeah.
So I think that they realize that even with trying to give them time, Isladon, thank you. Man, I love Outback. I'd love some Outback right now.
That would be nice.
So Bad Bunny will be hosting WWE Backlash in Puerto Rico. All right, that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. And plus, with him being the pre-order character too.
It's like each and every one of us. I'll see you at Stand and Deliver. All right. Don't think that I forgot about you. All right. I was stuck in this. But there's no one that was stuck in this battle royal.
Oh, man. What are you laughing at? Respect to Wesley, man, because he's putting himself, I'm talking about his back's against the wall, man. I mean, come on.
Look, everybody wants an opportunity at the North American Championship, and everyone wants the opportunity to be heard. And our newest backstage correspondent is ready for the great debate.
Welcome everyone to the Great Debate. I'm Blake Howard, and we're here with two groups that feel they have the best teaching methods in NXT. The Schism and Andre Chase University. Our first two debaters. How has your group approached the topic of inclusion? Rip?
Togetherness has always been the founding principle of the Schism. Whilst others hide behind their masks, we have removed ours and prospered together. Duke Hudson, Ava presented you with a gift, an opportunity to remove your mask of phony school spirit. And the Schism will welcome you with open arms.
It's not even in the damn ring.
No.
No.
This is retarded. I don't know if it is or not. It's probably great storytelling.
You also can't. You also can't say that word. You can't say that word on Twitch. We'll get banned.
Storytelling?
No, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Gave me a sense of belonging, right? It's nice to feel included in things, I guess. That's what I think about inclusion.
I'd be back. I'm gonna have my mic on, but I'm camera off.
You got me in a deep thought.
Put it in private chat.
How does your group make you feel safe? Ava?
The world is a harsh and uninviting place, but I rest comfortably in loving arms, knowing that there is safety under the Schism's tree. Andre Chase University offers a false sense of security made up of cement walls.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Invisible walls that
Yeah, you can't really say that anywhere anymore.
It allows our minds and bodies to wander freely beyond.
Yep.
Webster's dictionary defines safety as the condition of being safe from hurt, injury, or loss. Protection from hurt, injury, and loss come from healing. And I've learned a lot of methods of healing through the connections I've made at Chase University. The Schism, while claiming safety, brainwash you into believing in safety. And that is hazardous to the mind, body, and soul. Thank you. Good night.
Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know. I'll black out.
Our next debaters.
You got it, Mr. Chase.
How would you rate the preparedness of the other members to leave the nest? Andre?
Thank you, Blake.
Mr. Chase, your students already answered that for you. They
Is
are
it
not
over?
prepared
No.
a marbled mouth
Oh,
tiger
God.
and a reprogrammed wind-up toy. They don't know which way's up. Moderator, tally the scores.
I love how Schism has students now.
Mind if I toss my cap into the ring on this one?
By all means.
Do they all get really cool little yellow masks too?
Yeah.
How would
Yeah,
you
I
sum
would.
up the experience of your Jagger?
Oh, Tyler Bates.
Simple. 4 roots. On tree.
Oh, Tyler Bates. Tyler Bates. Tyler Bates.
I can objectively say that to excel in NXT, it takes more than just physical prowess inside the squared circle. It takes a big, strong mind, open to new ideas, to collaborate and learn, with a willingness to listen to what others have to say, just as they would for you. Now, the Chase University experience is one of growth and constant evolution. It's ignited a career in Thea Hale, rejuvenated Duke Hudson, and
I love the
fortified
free open
Andre
spirit
Chase
Tyler Bates.
himself.
Yeah.
The growth of Chase University is the growth
I've actually
of
grown to
NXT.
enjoy his.
And that's something
I've always liked Tyler Bates.
has never and
He's
will
amazing.
never achieve.
He just needs knee pads.
You and the damn knee pads.
Or full-size boots. One of the two. Like, because the tennis shoe size boots and no knee pads, it just looks weird.
That's right. How about a match? You 4 low lives versus us. Schism versus Chase U and Tyler Bates at Stand and Deliver.
Ava Rain's gonna finally make her in-ring debut.
Is she?
Yep.
You know what? I have no expectations. I'm not giving her any expectations. I want to just see her go in there and do what she can do. I'm afraid so many people, even though she's trying to build her own name, when she gets in the ring, they're going to want her to be just as fluid and just as electrifying as The Rock. Hello, McFly. It took The Rock a minute to get there.
When he gets control of Chase University.
You're on.
What did Duke just do as we now turn our
So
attention
they're gonna do a
to hosts of Stand and Deliver
4-way
for the
mixed
of Stand
match,
and Deliver. It's tag team action.
and the winner gets control of Chase University.
Oh, okay. Well, we got our main event coming up next, which I'm really excited for.
Yeah, it should be good.
I honestly think I wish they would have separated that match out to 3 matches: the women's match, a tag team match, and Chase versus the Head of Schism.
Yeah, so they already had that match. That's what JC. That's what Gacy
Yes,
just
but
said.
but if they're doing it for the ownership of Chase U, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, but you also
basically.
can't have 3 matches on Stand and Deliver. It's already a full card.
That's true.
Cricket Wireless. Cricket Wireless.
You know something we haven't done in a while is check the WWE stock prices. So at one point in the last 52 weeks, their high was $93.63. Today, $86.12 up.
Hmm. Yeah, it's curious how like it's like the entire sales stuff is just kind of gone away.
What? Quiet in the background now.
Slipped into obscurity.
Mm-hmm.
You get, yeah, it slipped into obscurity.
Wish it was a series finale.
Of what?
Chrisley knows best.
No, they're gonna milk this for everything.
Yeah, that does blow my mind.
You gotta get their money back. Adrenaline in my code.
Something, Cody Rhodes.
It's so catchy.
It really is.
That's the thing. Like, people hate it, but I find it so catchy.
Well, to me, it's a perfect wrestling entrance song.
Me and Stat's got a thing we gotta take care of. Nice place you got, though. Might need a broom.
Don't you guys know a cleaning service?
I mean, we do, but not the one you're thinking of. Man, that was fun.
Well, why is it going? Why is it going?
Why is it going to stop?
We got everything we came for.
Yeah, and then some.
I love him wearing that hat. He looks so stupid.
Have ourselves a triple threat match. See you boys in LA.
Do they just get drunk or do they fight each other?
Well,
It looks like they fought.
Don't forget to tip the bartender.
The bar is completely wrecked, so I would imagine.
Well, we will set the tone.
And I've been to some bars that are completely wrecked and everyone is just drunk.
Who will climb a ladder? Who will retrieve the gold? Who will call themselves the NXT Women's Champion in Los Angeles? The feel-good return of Johnny Gargano by the hands of Shawn Michaels, ruined by Grayson Waller, who attacked Gargano at his home a week ago. The rules, they may be thrown out the window. Come Stand and Deliver if Waller signs the unsanctioned contract next week. The Wesley Open Challenge heads to Los Angeles. The champion is hand-picked. The field, except for one spot, still remains. Can Wesley overcome the odds on WrestleMania Saturday? And it's official. The fate of Chase University hangs in the balance in this 8-person showdown. Whose principles will bring them power at Stand and Deliver? The NXT Women's Tag Team titles will be on the line as the champions have their own inner turmoil, while the unholy challengers look to bring darkness to NXT. Could it happen in LA? And this
I can't wait to see Dragon Lee's gear for that night.
Yeah, it should be pretty good.
Did we see Dragon Lee have a match prior to, or is that
No.
his introduction?
No, that'll be his introduction.
Debut.
Okay.
Two of the best this brand will team tonight, but in Los Angeles, it's the have all been waiting for. Breaker goes for the NXT Championship at Stand and Deliver.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Introducing first, Kit Wilson, Elton Prince, Pretty Deadly. And of course, when we talk about Pretty Deadly, when we talk about Los Angeles, when we talk about NXT Stand and Deliver on WrestleMania Saturday, as they have referred to themselves, I mentioned earlier, the two tasty snacks that are the main course will be with us when the lights are the brightest on the grandest stage of all, the biggest weekend.
That needs pyro.
WrestleMania at NXT Stand and Deliver. We are taking a look at the two superstars who are going to be thriving.
They'd probably get it on the main roster.
I can't believe I'm about to say
Just
this,
that building's so small for pyro.
are the hosts of
Yeah, I agree.
NXT.
But still, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they could use the smoke effect or something.
In control to certain degrees of things.
Not just that big, they got a chance to knock off two of the biggest stars in NXT right here in the middle of this ring tonight. That's what I'm looking forward to.
And of course, NXT Stand Deliver special start time, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. And the accompanied by Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes.
Hosted by Pretty Deadly a week from Saturday.
Critics are calling it the best WWE game ever made and the highest rated sports game of the year. Don't miss out. What GameStop calls endlessly playable and Bleacher Report calls the best looking wrestling game to date. Get your copy today.
Can you imagine, Vic, in a short amount of time, we're going to see this man, Carmelo Hayes, on the cover of that video game real soon. You gotta love
So I have an opinion about the 2K games right now, and I don't know how you're gonna feel about it, but in my opinion, 2K needs to do this every other year.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Like, just give me DLCs, give me free DLCs, free updates, stuff like that. You know, sure, there's a couple you have to pay to play DLCs and stuff like that, but give me just a couple free ones here and there.
Like even if it's upgrade a tire and stuff like that.
Right.
I think they should go to every other year to keep the roster more updated.
Yeah.
Because the last
It's
couple
not like-
years, the roster's been outdated the second it gets released.
We also don't have Vince doing the firing.
Massive cuts and everything.
Yeah.
Breaker Hayes taking a look over at Pretty Deadly. I gotta go back to Pretty Deadly for a moment. You have to admit they're a little neurotic to think that last week is forgotten.
I don't like this. No one's gonna hurt you unless it's me thing. He's your opponent. Who cares if someone beats him up? Better chance to win.
That's a heel thing. That's a heel way of thinking.
Well,
I
it's
can
a perfect
understand
way
it.
of thinking.
I want to be heel, that's fine. But I understand the thought process behind Braun Breaker. I want to prove that I'm better than you at your absolute peak of performance. If you beat me, you earned it because you were at your peak performance.
Quickly into the cover. You know, I gotta ask you this much.
Yeah.
A lot of trash talk coming, but you know, when you take a look at Breaker and Carmelo Hayes, champion team with a champion.
Let's see something here.
Last night between Asuka and Bianca Belair, you go back to John Cena, Shawn Michaels facing The Undertaker, Batista ahead of their respective match at WrestleMania. Cena Michaels were the World Tag Team Champions when they collided at WrestleMania.
It's a great place to be right here in the ring with the guy that you're going to be mixing it up real soon. But the thing is, there's no honor.
You know what we should do? We should have a contest where people can like design merch and stuff like that. Like post pictures of it on their website and have people vote on it, something like that. Whichever one they like the best, the community likes the best, we can get made.
They better get ready. I got some giveaways to do during WrestleMania.
Would you like to tease anything?
Got a couple autographs, maybe a figure or two.
Possibly some of the things you were going to give away at the original.
Possibly, but I've shuffled those back into the collection.
Okay.
I want different varieties every time. Like I do know one of them will be a Dean Malenko autograph.
Oh, I wish I could get that. But, you know, I work for the company, so I can't.
But there's disclaimers to it all.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of a standoff, but right now, Pretty Deadly swinging. Hayes and Breaker. And Breaker and Hayes on the same page. On darted. Breaker now taking down Pretty Deadly, wiped out. Champion, challenger, and Stand and Deliver in control. Well, maybe not on the same page in that moment. Don't miss a second of the action. This picture-in-picture break. But the challenger continue to stand.
Come to TurboTax and don't do your taxes. Meet with one of our experts who will do your taxes for you. So you can do anything else. Intuit TurboTax, 100% expert guaranteed.
Outback's going full-on Aussie, starting at a down-under price of just $16.99.
So we know it's the goal of everybody in NXT to one day make it up to the main WWE roster, something like that.
It's full-on Aussie time for a limited time.
What do you? We know, in our heads we know for a fact that it's every single wrestler's goal from NXT to go up to the main roster, right?
To learn more, visit celebrity.com. Call 1-800-CELEBRITY.
Yeah, now I would think it was. I mean, if you'd asked me that 3 years ago, I'd have said no.
No, I can agree with that. So let's look at a tag team like Pretty Deadly. What do they need to say yes, we are ready for the main roster? In your opinion, remember, folks, this is our opinion time.
That's all wrestling is a big bowl of opinion. I think Pretty Deadly's ready for the main roster. They have a good gimmick. They're skilled in the ring. They've had multiple title runs over UK and NXT. I mean, they're in main events constantly. I mean, I think it's, as a tag team, that's what you look for in a tag team, is something like Pretty Deadly. The Creed brothers, I think the Creed brothers are not 100% there. They're right there at the breaking point.
Right.
I just think they need to find themselves personality-wise. Like, I don't think they have like the best of personalities.
I can see that.
But other than that, they haven't. But right now, to me, your tag team, your standard bearer tag team in NXT right now is Pretty Deadly. That's just my opinion. And yes, because I'm a fan of Pretty Deadly.
Back on NXT, Pretty Deadly in control of Breaker.
Wouldn't you say that, Beard?
As you witnessed throughout the commercial
No.
break here on NXT.
What are we talking about?
I said Pretty Deadly's almost like the standard bearer for tag teams in NXT right now. They've got a great gimmick, great look. They're fluid in the ring. They've been multi-time champions. Is Pretty Deadly main roster ready?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, that's what it was. That's what it was boiling down to. So
The basically this question was we know as fans and partial insider stuff like that, that it is the objective of people in NXT to one day make it up to the main roster. I asked Jax what he thought was needed for Pretty Deadly to make it up to the main roster.
Oh no, they were ready before they left NXT UK. But I also think Gallus is ready for the main roster. And in fact, I think that what they're doing with this whole bar segment thing is kind of setting him back.
Really?
Yeah. It's gotten old real quick.
Carmelo is down.
Into the cover goes Prince. Hook to the leg. And another near fall. No. We talk about stand and deliver. The winner next week will advance. It's the last.
Oh, so Sol Ruka still has a shot to get into the ladder match.
One of those three women will advance. One of those 20 superstars will also advance to the North American Championship match and stand and deliver the Wesley Open Challenge. But Book, I'm holding it in my hands right here. That contract for the unsanctioned match. Will Grayson Waller sign what I'm holding in my hand?
Vic, that's a big question right there. Will he do it? Will he want? But the thing is, Vic, you need to mind your business, dog. I don't know how you got in the middle of that, but you need to mind your business, bro.
For the moment right now, I'm going to focus on what we are witnessing here in the main event. You take a look at Pretty Deadly. We've talked about the championships. We've talked about stand and deliver. How about that triple threat tag team match now for the NXT tag team titles in LA?
Oh, yes. It's going to be a matchup of all matchups. But I tell you, let's get back. Let's stay with the action here. Let's stay with Kid Wilson.
So, Gallus and Pretty Deadly have a chance to do something that no other tag team will ever be able to do. And if they go to the main roster, they can win the NXT UK, NXT, and have a chance to win both tag team belts up to the main roster.
Yeah.
That's going to be a hell of a matchup at Stand and Deliver.
That's going to be the main event of Stand and Deliver, but right now, Pretty Deadly taking it.
Well, it's like right now, Rhea Ripley is the only female competitor in WWE capable of winning NXT UK title, NXT title, and both Raw and SmackDown women's titles. And the the women's tag team titles. She hasn't won the NXT women's tag team titles, but she could get in a tag team on the main roster and win.
Pull a New Day.
I mean, maybe.
Look at them right now. Technical as they can be.
They have been in control for the last few moments, and now Breaker and Hayes trying to get it together. I just peeked up and looked at Trick Williams. He's put his pad of paper.
See, the reason I
He's
haven't been on TikTok for like 2 days is because I've been scrolling through YouTube Shorts. It's
so
much more fun.
And is right back on top of Carmelo. And you got to wonder what's going through Braun Breaker's mind right now, because he said he once spent 100% into the cover, hooking the leg, and another kick out. Braun Breaker doesn't want an excuse. He doesn't want an injury. He wants to get back in this match.
It's a very unique situation. You say Braun Breaker don't want, Carmelo Hayes not to make it to that match 100%. But do he really? Do he really?
You don't
That's
take
the question. I'm just saying. It's about keeping
up and over, and a near fall.
Oh, so close.
Oh. Right back down into the cover yet again for Prince. Hook and leg and another kick out. Yeah, you talk about the eye test. You talk about passing the eye test, so to speak. Every time I've looked up, every time I've seen Braun Breaker, he is winced with every elbow, every slam, every leg drop. He doesn't want an excuse for the challenge.
But give some credit.
When Mania was just one day, I would fall asleep halfway through it. It can be long. I'm glad they went the 2 days, because it allows you to highlight even more people. Like, you're getting 8 hours of wrestling.
Let's not count the chickens before they hatch. Looking for the tag, reaching out, and now Hayes.
I'm gonna be tired.
Connect. And you gotta wonder how much is left in Carmelo. Hayes, and there's the separation. There's the tag, and in comes the NXT champion, Braun Breaker, the man who has a chip on his shoulder, who's main eventing his second Stand and Deliver on WrestleMania Saturday.
This guy right here, like I said, he was made to do this. He was born to be in the middle of this ring, throwing hands, and right now he's picking up momentum. He's picking up a lot of. Oh my God!
just dropping Wilson is Breaker. And look, Mello has faced the best of the best, but Braun Breaker's showing you he is different than anyone that Carmelo Hayes has faced.
Wow. The hip action right there on that big throw right there. Wow. Check this out right there. Look at the speed.
Look at that.
Look at the wow.
Look at that impact from Breaker. And then take a look at the nasty landing here for Wilson. Face first, and now a bulldog.
Definitely something different that Carmelo's going to have to deal with. The
into the cover, hook of the leg.
The strength, the explosiveness of this young man, Braun Breaker.
You got to wonder what Trick Williams has been writing down about Braun Breaker. Is now Hayes back into it. And this is that competitive spirit in Carmelo Hayes. He wants to win just as bad.
Oh, so close.
Wait, whoa! Carmelo just tossed Breaker out of the way to open the door for the spear.
Crushed him.
Breaker making the tag, opening the door.
John, Trick Williams has had, I think, 3 or 4 matches. And a couple tag matches with Carmelo as well.
He had a match against Axiom not too long ago.
He had a match against Dragunov.
I'm sure Trick Williams filled up that.
Yeah, afterward. Yeah.
Trick Williams is forgettable to me. Like, I forget he's been in matches.
That's because he's still developing as a character.
Yeah.
He'll get there.
Champion and challenger Bam on the same page.
Man, that spear was nasty.
And Braun Breaker made the tag to let Carmelo Hayes fly through the air to hit nothing but net. But we always wonder. We know what Carmelo Hayes was doing here tonight. But look at Braun Breaker. He looked up. He saw Carmelo Hayes. He's putting together his own notepad in the back of his mind for what's going to take place in Los Angeles.
Is it over?
Yeah.
Somewhat of a sign of respect between both superstars. The two hand-picked superstars.
We still got no. It's about right about time.
Yeah, right on time.
Right.
So another good episode of NXT. They really are doing it well. Again, we can since the start of the year, we can literally point fingers at one episode that was just really off.
God, it was so bad.
It was just like a couple weeks. It was like 4 weeks ago, something like that. But it was just like everything was just off in that episode. Other than that, it's been great ever since the start of the year. So I'm really glad we started doing these watch-alongs. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. We are going to rate somebody. Who we got to rate? Let's see.
You got to find them tonight, buddy. I don't really have anyone.
Well, there's Dad Trainer, Heel Kevin, Connor, Iron Mouse, Effie.
Yeah, Iron.
Well, they're doing that cyclethon, so they're not going to be able to see.
What's her? There's
race.
a chick that's on right now. She wrestles for. She's a former NWA World Champion or women's NWA Women's Tag Team Champion, but I believe.
What's her name?
Allison Kay, but she is still waiting. Like, she's been for the last 18 minutes. Streams starting soon.
Oh, okay. You know what? Dad Trainer's doing some WWE 2K23.
Wait, hold on. The Drama King is on.
Really?
Yes.
Do it.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, that's he was in the Vaudevillians. He fucking
yes.
I forgot it. I don't know his name is escaping. What's the channel name?
Drama King Matt. Aiden English, that's his name.
Aiden English.
Thank you, AJ.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna rate Aiden English. He's playing Destiny 2 right now, so that's what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna do it for our show. Make sure you stick around though for the raid. I'm gonna play the outro video, and we will see you guys tomorrow for wrestling or for Wolf Talk. God damn it, Wrestle Talk Wolfpack.
Wait.
What?
Nope. Aiden English is signing off.
Oh, he's signing off?
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind.
I think Connor's signing off.
How about Neep?
Is he on?
Yeah.
Right,
Let's
Neep. I don't know.
Effie's doing Wheel of Fortune. Let's rate Effie again.
I like Effie.
Yeah, me too. So we're going to rate Effie. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be rating Effie, so stick around for that. And here we go. See you guys soon.
And away we go.